both teams have high expectations, especially Virtus.pro. Once again, another roster change where Electronic comes into a team and we're all ready for this team to pop off and rise up the rankings and just falls flat. Let's see what Virtus.pro is going to have in store for us today, but this has been such a disappointing run for a team that was always the gatekeeper of, the top 5 teams, like one of the hardest teams to put away. They've fallen off a cliff here in these past few months.
Especially on Vertigo. Vertigo's been a real tough show for them. They only got 6 rounds versus Complexity, 3 of them on the T side. And they're going to be charging in towards Dupree and Madden. They're set up together, swinging out with the flashes. They're blinded. Finally, first blood will be drawn. It's Magus to pick it up. Flit and Norbert battling back. And this pistol round looks comfortable for Virtus.pro. But Snappy's on that flank.
Oh, he'd have to do something real special to make this happen. And he needed that kill real quick. And you can see everyone, 3 players peeking in rebuttal. Nice hit from Virtus.pro, but it was good and simple. I think it was, Dupree over behind Quad in the pillar, and the Molotov comes in. He evacuates both players playing at the default boxes, and that's not a recipe for success. Tough pistol round for Falcons, and they're going to be down 0-1. This is the first time I've cast the new Vertigo.
This is the first. Yeah, it is the first time we've cast the new Vertigo.
Oh, you haven't had one either?
No.
Nice.
Nice. So this is the first time. Kind of weird that it's been this long.
Yeah, it has been. I've been waiting for Vertigo to come out.
It's great to be here.
No one wants to play it anymore.
Yeah, it's true, especially Virtus.pro. But they're going to have to. And they played it against Complexity earlier in the competition. They lost 13-6. Now, I will say that's not a great result from Virtus.pro. But Complexity, you got to give them their flowers. They're a very good Vertigo team. They've played it quite a lot, even in the older editions. It was kind of their go-to map. So in that kind of conversation, at least you can say the Complexity are a very strong Vertigo squad.
Yeah, this isn't to take anything away from Complexity. I think it's more of an indictment in Virtus.pro. That was maybe one of the matches I left being that's one of the ugliest Virtus.pros I've seen in a long time. It didn't seem to come together whatsoever. Magisk, full MP9 buy-up for Falcons. They've got no utility, 1 nade on Magisk, but all SMGs, and they've set up a trap at A ramp. But that means Magisk has to survive to funnel them in that direction.
And the gathering of Virtus.pro players coming up the stairway. Magisk is trying to spot it out. Hasn't seen anybody staying committed yet. That grenade, right onto the backside of Norbert.
Falcons starting to shift now as well. They've just peeked A ramp and cleared it. The longer Virtus.pro sit here, the worse this can become. Slowed down on the rotation by caution in middle, but I think they'll be here in time. And Falcons will have a decent attempt at stopping this hit.
Oh, Magisk burned out, forced into the open. And that Rifle of Fame takes him out of there. Sampaius with a good peek. It's Norbert that hits that deck. Now 40 seconds left for 4v4. Electronic already boosted over the top of the wood. The rest of the Falcons players starting to be picked apart. And they fully rotated. They're all on this side of the map now, and these kills going the way of VP until that one from Snappy. It's still doable here for these MP9s as Snappy swings out, clears out Electronic, and VP bailing out. They're trying to get away from this, and that bomb is sprinting back towards the A bomb site.
Oh, Dupree, he's actually going to stick around at the B site, denied of information. Virtus.pro get away with one. They get out of danger. They had that trademark Virtus.pro pause, a full execute showing presence that's top of stairs, met resistance, and just waited. And that lured all the Falcon SMGs to swing and peek. And it's not the fight that the SMGs want. And they trade their way out of a tough scenario, so 2-0, but Dupree's got an AK.
You know, he at least gets something for his hard work in this round.
Give him a little bit.
And Dupree, it's been great. With the setup we have, getting to look down on the players, you know, it's great seeing how early Dupree's in on his setup. Everybody else is off, getting ready for the game in different ways, but Dupree's just warming up, going through these motions. It doesn't even look like he's warming up his aim. It looks like he's just warming up his sort of pathways, his utility. It's been great to just watch Dupree coming in, get that early warm-up.
Making sure all your utilities on point, you're not misthrowing anything, and yeah, just going through your routine. And Dupree's been a consummate professional for all the years of his career.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's great to see him back in the squad. I think after Vitality, you were wondering, where is Dupree going to go? You give it one last try to qualify for every major. and couldn't quite get there to the first CS2-1 with the side of Parisi, but finds himself in Falcons again, rejoined with Magisk and Zonic.
I think they wanted like a calming, you know, reliable presence.
Yeah, someone
on the team.
to bring.
But remember that the pickup of Dupree too, like for as good as he is and as the kind of career that he's had, it was a little bit criticized for a team like Falcons to be like, you should be making a change that's like a home run. That's like obviously going to increase your ceiling.
Yeah, they struggled to get some of those when they were building this roster, and this is the one they fielded for at least this season and the last. So tough situation for the Falcons in terms of results. Let's see if they can get it going in round 3 with that AK-47 saved over for Dupree. Snappy's gone into an M4 in Kevlar. I want to give this a good try. Utility rains into the bomb site. Magisk burned off the double stack and he runs backwards. There's no safety for Magisk. The floor is lava and he burns away.
3 Molotovs just land all around him, and Dupree, Snappy, save these rifles. Get away.
Get out of there.
Pistols should survive as long as possible to dissuade any kind of a hunch from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, be the bodyguards.
Virtus.pro come into this having lost their last 4 series.
Yeah, that's rough.
1-2 to Complexity, 1-2 to Big, 0-2 to Liquid, 0-2 to G2. They have not had a whole lot of success and positivity. I think the hard thing for them at the moment, when I look at all the interviews and all the conversations that they're having, actually, let's hold the phone a little bit because Dupree is finding a little bit of safety. Might be able to grab one more kill. Electronics lost track of him. Good shot from Dupree, but he's got plenty of players around him still. He should be okay. But just from what I see from the interviews from Virtus.pro players, you know, whether it's James, like with the text interview and the translation, is talking about trying to find ways to kind of mold the style that he's like to play, the philosophy that he has in Counter-Strike with the philosophy that Electronic brings to the team, and it's not going well. It's not syncing up well. They haven't found that balance quite yet, and the problem with that, you know, even outside of the fact that you don't really know, you don't have like this set, consistent way of your playing, is it creates confusion and it creates disorganization for all the players around you. So it feels like everyone on VP has just taken a step down in level because their focus is more on trying to make this system work, find this balance rather than just playing within it.
And it's not like it's a very similar style of play that you can maybe make a few concessions and get close to a middle ground. It's very different, you know. James has a very unique way of thinking about the game.
Yeah, it's just the conversations, like when you hear James say in interviews things like, you know, we're working on it, we're talking about our philosophies, it's not coming together, we're trying to find that balance. Like, there's just no single cohesive style that the players all are playing with. It's almost like there's kind of 2 leaders on the team in a way, and 2 styles that they're bouncing between.
And you throw a new coach into the mix, and it's a tough one to figure out right now for VP. But they've gone under a minute in this clock, and they've creeped up the ramp. Flit is at the front of this attack. Sampias with his scope up, ready to go. Just going to hear the steps being made around that corner. Virtus.pro starting to run thin on time. We'll see a commitment shortly as they get their final pieces ready for this A attack. Madden, it is so important that he protects short so his teammate Sampias can focus on the ramp swing.
When does Falcons rotate? Because this fake is readable. There was noise dropping down from ramp. Now against Virtus.pro, you can never be super confident that that's actually, you know, a true piece of information you've gathered.
Well, there's
20 seconds now.
Site.
Yeah, no one's shifted away from A.
They're so ready for this. Now that we know what's coming at them. Great flash to get Dupree off of default boxes. Magisk, a very good position for him, but it's only 1 kill. Great entries coming in from Virtus.pro, but limited time, 8 seconds as they cross into the bomb site. Just enough time to get this bomb down for James. And Snappy couldn't stop it. Now Flit steps up with a kill on Sampias. It goes in a little bit too early, and Flit closes up the rest. So 3 kills for Flit at the end, and a 4th round in a row for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, that's pretty well done from Virtus.pro on the entries as well. You mentioned 2 defenders inside the bomb site, only able to get 1 kill between the 2 of them, and that's not good enough.
This is the pistol round, a reminder.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw the Virtus.pro that round throwing that fake towards the A bomb site. They used all their Molotovs. So previously when they attacked B, we saw the 3 Molotovs kind of go towards Magisk. This time they didn't have it, but still managing to just straight up headshot. Falcons, out of that big series that they played, the 2-1 victory, Would love Sun Pius to build upon the success he had there. We saw him kind of stroll into the bomb site, miss his shot on the swing and retake. 61 kills in that series against Big. They need that alt presence badly.
(3v3) on a perfect position for Virtus.pro to find themselves in as this bomb gets planted on default. dupreeh sprinting back in from Generator, sending that Madden MP9 into the chaos, and James there to cover off Electronic, but now the AWP must close alone, and James is pushed down by the Spaniard. Finally, Falcons able to get their first round, and it comes in a pretty unexpected fashion.
Absolutely it does. I mean, good job working around the map for VP. Bomb took a little bit of time to get over to the B bomb site, allowing Falcons to get there, but still felt like those AKs and the AWP would have the range. See James towards the end trying to find a way to work his way back towards the stairs to get some safety after a shot and just couldn't find it. But those SMGs win all the fights, and Falcons finally on the board. Timeout called by them. They get a free AWP on Sun Pius, which is very nice.
First timeout taken for Falcons. Virtus.pro still with a really good buy here on the majority of players. Norbert's on a Tech 9 for the time being. But everybody else with the AKs and AWP. There might even be a Galil down there for Norbert he can pick up. But you jokingly tweeted the other day, Jason, a picture of the old end score, right, with the Wolverine picture. But,
yeah,
you know, it's crazy. That
it wasn't even a joke.
It wasn't a joke. It was just sadness. It was just a reality that we live in. And this Falcons, on paper, this should have been a really good team. Like, Sun Pius was like one of the best offers of last year. Madden, Snappy, what a core this three was from the end squad. And you had the Magis, dupreeh, and Zonic into it. It just seemed like it should have worked.
I think that what they're missing at the moment is just like a really is like a playmaker, like some kind of an aggressive rifler, some
like
kind
of
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, that's unironically that's a good way to put it. I mean, you have Madden and dupreeh on the rifles, who are known to be like their role players. Magisk is going to be an anchor.
Yeah.
You don't really have that kind of aggressive, space-taking, playmaking rifler on this team. A lot of the firepower comes from Sun Pius to create those opportunities, and he's been having a rough time since the transition to CS2.
Well, dupreeh set up with the flash ineffective on Fame, so dupreeh gets ripped apart. Now all the pressure is on Magisk, and he doesn't get a single kill either. That's multiple times now this B-bomb site has fallen without a single kill on the initial attack. So Sun Pius is trying to plug that gap and maybe a little bit ambitious to peek into the open there. He falls to Flit, and there isn't enough done on this defense. Madden, the blinding headshot on James, and now he feels like he can go for this one. He's going to sprint down into the bomb site. He's got a smoke left, and oh, Norbert taking damage on board, but that smoke deployed just at the right time makes it uncomfortable for Madden. It is a 5th round for VP, and they stop Falcons from stringing two together.
Yeah, I think Falcons, you know, going into the next gun round where they buy, which might be right now, and it's limited utility, so maybe this doesn't come to pass quite yet just because of the lack of nades. But I think you're going to want these B defenders to be a little bit more aggressive over towards stairs.
I mean, they tried last round, but the flash doesn't work.
Yeah, well, you might want to go back to it, because Virtus.pro just getting control of stairs for free, like right out of the gate in the first 10 to 15 seconds. We've seen in this opening 6 rounds, they're more than happy to just kind of march up, dry challenge into the bomb site, take those fights with AK-47s, or the full-blown execution with Molotovs. And if you don't slow them down, if you don't harass them and force them to use some utility for safety of the stairs,
yeah,
you're just gonna make your life so much harder in the mid to late round.
Nade blown open on the ramp. It doesn't reveal who is behind it because it just didn't land perfectly. So Madden doesn't see how many players are down there.
And then just wasted a nade on the smoke that was fading.
Not the most efficient utility usage.
Ah, dang it.
Falcons throw to Hampa smoke. Bottom of the ramp. Gives Madden some cover to stand up on top of the ramp itself, and he'll peer on down. It's 1 for Madden before being traded by Norbert.
Electronic gonna monitor the flank.
Here comes a walk down those stairs to the MP9. It's dupreeh. Finds himself at the bottom of the B stairs. Tough to get away with more than one here.
Yeah, but tough angle for Electronic to deal with. You're going to be clearing other angles. Oh, but he manages it so well. Snaps down, and with that aggressive stance, he says, you're probably the only defender here. Yeah, I'll walk into the B-bomb site.
The mullet construction, Magisk is just sprinting to the generators, but how much can he really do? to change the outcome of this round. Flashes up in the air. Snappy comes in. Matches goes down and Snappy will fall quickly after. Electronic just mauls them. It's 3 on that B play and 6 rounds for Virtus.pro. And I'm starting to get very worried about Falcons now. This is their map pick. This is the map they look good on. And this is a map that Virtus.pro have been struggling on, and they're up 6-1.
Yeah, it's been nice from VP. It's been very simple. They haven't tried to spread out and work the map. It's just been hits towards this B bomb site for the most part. This time Electronic is just a god. The entry on Dupree and the trades to ensure that the bomb site stays secured after the Magisk swing.
We heard Magisk in his pre-game interview with Banks talking about the last time that they played, they got a victory. Now, he does fail to leave out the detail that they played each other one day after the other, and VP beat them in that opening game in the same tournament he's talking about. It was a 13-10 victory for Falcons in the most recent match on Vertigo against Virtus.pro, but only a few days before that, VP won 16-13. So we know they're actually, as far as back as a few months ago, pretty close when it comes to Vertigo.
Yeah, but you never know what kind of work's been put in, especially if Virtus.pro realizes and senses that it's been a weak spot for them. I'm sure this is a map that they focused on and put some more thought and ideas into. Second timeout for Falcons.
Yeah, it's not the start that they would have hoped for.
No, and they can't control anything is the problem. This B bomb site is a massive, massive issue.
Yeah, Sonic getting on the mic, very vocal right now. They gotta figure out this B bomb site problem. But they just don't have resources still, Jason. I mean, you look at the money, they don't have enough to really get a great, solid buyout. You have to go to SMGs again.
Had a lot of rounds with SMGs.
Both B players have SMGs. Dude, this is still a really weak B setup now.
Well, they've smoked it off defensively, so it's buying them some time at the moment. Fame didn't want to mess with it whatsoever. James covering Flit as he makes a play through the smoke. And he's found a gap. Space. Oh, he's just gonna keep moving forward.
Oh, this is a disaster here for Falcons. He's in behind them. Behind enemy lines, detected by Snappy at the right time.
Oh, that's that timing though is so important for Snappy to get that. But James like, oh, you got there for free? Yeah, let's see if I can do it too.
Yeah, and they're focusing on this. It's James with that quick shot on Snappy. Sampaias though, from the back of the sandbags makes it a triple kill before being put in the ground by Electronic, who now has to clutch this out, a total 1v3. And he has sustained a lot of damage in his prior fights, but he's got the right idea. Both players from Falcons have rotated over to the other side of the map, and that opens up B for Electronic.
He can't run, though, is the issue. He can't make any noise whatsoever on this path over to the B bomb site, so it's going to take a long time to get here. Long enough time for Falcons, to salvage weapons, clear out A, clear out ramp, and say, oh, he's at the B bomb site. And one bullet and Electronic is done, so a plant is going to be beautiful. But can he actually... They haven't actually upgraded anything. They didn't
picked up the kit.
They didn't want to get sound cues, I guess.
All right, well, bomb plant going down for Electronic. I wonder if they go back and upgrade and pick up that kit on the way now.
Nope.
Oh, they're just going to sprint. They want to do this quickly.
Oh, this is not a winning position from Electronic, though.
Yeah, this is rough. He doesn't know what to play in this. Oh, he has to hope that he's able to instantly kill them, and with that mobility in the SMG, you can jump around. It's a perfect recipe to get a second round here for Falcons. And the most important kill felt like it was that Snappy turn back on Flit. If that doesn't happen, then it feels like the round goes VP's way.
Yeah, and it actually looked like Flit was going to move all the way to the B bomb site. He was going to go backstab towards middle. Nice jump from Dupree, making it tough for Electronic to get his target. Second round for Falcons, and they got to go on a streak here. They got to build in. Sampaias has his op again, 8-6, top in the server for Falcons.
Yeah, he had a massive round. 3 kills from the sandbags. You can see Zonic give him some plaudits. And this has got to be a feeling now for Team Falcons that this is where they get the CT side going. This is where they recover this. VP CT side is not strong. We've seen that be the main problem against Complexity. So if you can limit the amount of T rounds they win here, the game is back on.
I think that lurk smoke Complexity was using at the B bomb site made things very difficult for them. I'm sure they had a very deep conversation about protocols if that comes in. I'm sure they had a big conversation about the CT side overall. Fame's boosted up. Hero AK-47, ready to pounce. Dupree and Magisk with rifles.
Running into the bomb site, Magisk blinded in the middle. Dupree trying to hold on. It's just one kill again from this initial B defense. It's cleared up by Virtus.pro, and they're back to it. Bomb plant denied though. Grenades land on default. Remove Jame, and now a 3v3. Fame goes forward though, and Fame is feeling it today. 12 kills, make it 13. He drops Madden. Now Snappy gets a little closer to the bomb site, but Fame still is the problem they're worried about. And he's just run back through that smoke. Snappy's down and Sampaius is locked out. That's 4 kills from Fame in this round. And Sampaius goes into the battle. He knows he's got some time left, so he switches to the rifle. But he realizes now it looks way too difficult. He wants that all back.
He's like, where did I throw the op?
Where did I put it?
I don't remember.
I threw it a little too far. Oh no. Norbert's coming forward. Yep, he can't get that all back. That's frustrating. He's hoping the bomb
now he's like, how far is the bomb radius? Will I survive here? Did I go get the bomb? Or the op?
See if he goes to get it.
He's trying. He's looking. Didn't find it. So they lose an op.
Oh, that is disastrous. Again, it's just B.
Yo, this is a great round if you ever want to watch the different, like, intelligent baiting. Fame does such a good job. He gets the entry. He's blocked off by a Molotov. He waits till his teammate at double stack gets into the engagement with Magisk along the wall. Once he goes down, he swings through the flames, takes a little bit more damage, but he knows HP has been taken away from Magisk, cleans up that kill, and then makes that play around the smoke. It's just, everything's perfect. Even the 4th kill he gets inside the smoke, Norbert's Glock taking some attention away, and he swings right back out into the bomb site. That's a perfect round for a hero AK-47. 7-2. And Falcons can't even stop the B hits against 1 AK and Tech 9s and pistols.
Yeah, this B bomb site has been disastrous. They've had 3 timeouts as well. They've used 2 of their own and 1 of VP's. Fame again getting an opening on the B defense. Dupree's dead, and Falcons B collapses again.
Fair play. They did exactly what I said they should do, and they still go 2 for 1. Or 1 for 2, I should say. Oh, James going to cover up with the off. Yeah, aggression hasn't been working. Passive setups haven't been working. Stacks haven't been working.
It's just brutal. It's absolutely brutal right now.
Falcons are, I mean, Virtus.pro's like, cool.
Sweet.
We'll take a B bomb site. We love a B bomb site.
I'm loving that Vertigo is going this well for them. We heard Norbert in that pregame interview very candidly speak about how terrible the Vertigo's been, how they've had problems on it. And how they haven't really been able to work on the issues because they only really come up after official games. He says practice is going well, but officials aren't. Well, it seems like a good start to the day here for Virtus.pro. Up next is Mirage. That's the 2nd map in this series. That'll be the map pick of Virtus.pro.
You know, having been in that environment, that's always one of the most frustrating problems to have to overcome.
Going well in practice and then officials just fall apart.
Yeah, and trying to get players sometimes, and I mean, it's always a conversation of seeing like, hey, we're not doing the same things in officials that we are in practice when it looks good. We're not calming the same way. We're more locked up. We're more reserved. We're not making the same aggressive swings. We're a little bit more worried and stressed and don't want to die. And those kinds of, fixing those issues are really, really hard because they're such a subjective. There's not like an easy target to just tweak.
There's no problems right now for Virtus.pro. 2 sporadic round wins from Falcons. But other than that, it's been a one-way street. And it's Fame that's just driving right through them.
Seven bomb plants in the 10 rounds of play. 5 of them explosions. VP's just had open access to bomb sites when they want to take it. Once again, coming right back to B. A little bit of presence at A. They haven't had to mess with mid whatsoever. Why change it if it ain't broken? And because Virtus.pro is always this quiet, it's so hard as an A player to just be like, hey, we hear nothing. They're probably at B.
Fame about to molly out default. Electronic rips apart Dupree again, and this B-bomb site is wide open. Magisk plays from the generator. Finally, more presence here from Falcons. They have a triple setup around the back of that generator, trying to back up the initial B defense, and it has evened out the numbers. There's limited time now for Virtus.pro. They try to leap towards the bomb side. Norbert's down first. Snappy holds on, and just James left with 10 seconds on this clock. It's a second shot, but a third round for Falcons. And I guess the resources just being committed, dumped into that B bomb site is enough for Falcons to finally hold it.
Did the smoke miss? I think they missed a smoke over towards E-box. Like it's deep. It's not actually blocking anything. That smoke is thrown way later when they realize that other one had just kind of fallen shy of its mark. I mean, maybe they wanted that smoke, but it gave a free line of sight from on top of construction. Gave a free gap to go around the left side, so that just stalls them out on that B hit. Finally, Falcons get a stop at this side of the map. I think that's the first time they've stopped a B hit from Virtus.pro.
Now they're scrambling to get a fourth round here for the CT side to work with. The best outcome possible here for Falcons. Flit at the top of the ramp.
Fame's applying a little bit of pressure to the B bomb site, making sure they know he's there. But he's fallen back. I think with the space on ramp that they've created that Flit has, Virtus.pro is just going to join up with him. James is watching for the peek from Gap.
Yeah, Flit can be a great space taker. And he's just waiting for his moment. His time to go into this A site. The rest of his squad getting ready to place utility. Madden will deploy a defensive smoke. They're going to run right through it or around it. Flash catches them, so they can't commit around that corner just yet. But that follow-up flash from Electronic sentences Madden to death. Some Pius goes down as well. And the only player getting anything right now for the defense is, in fact, Magisk. And he's gone, so Snappy from shore. Electronic walks right into him. And now they're trying to deal with that threat of Snappy by throwing flashes towards his face. And that bomb plant is now coming through. So 3v2 to close this half out for VP.
All right, Dupree, you need this kill on Norbert. Snappy needs you to take some attention away from him, some heat off of his position. Dupree, oh, he's got it.
He locks that one in. Flip back on the headshot on Snappy. Dupree charging in. It's a rough half for Falcons to have to stomach. 9-3. Virtus.pro looking a lot stronger today on Vertigo.
Well, a wise man always said you don't have to outrun elimination at IEM Cologne, you just have to outrun your opponents. And Falcons has still come into this limping, barely moving, flaccid defense. No resistance.
Very flaccid, and they didn't really even get a perk me up. It was not happening. It never got solid over on that B-bomb site. And now 9-3, second half kicking off. Team Falcons trying to show us what they've got on the T side. Now, the one shining light is Virtus.pro absolutely sucked on the CT side versus Complexity. So there might be a way back into this if Falcons can win this pistol. And Madden is just charging up short. Flit is dead first, and Falcons have the opening.
That's some attitude from Madden. Nice swing into a first bullet headshot. No defenders here. They're kind of, where are they coming from?
Sneaking up the ramp. And Magisk is wondering when they're going to show. And now he's seen them instant goosh, but instant death. What a peek from Norbert. But
that's a death slam.
Yeah, it is. He popped off from the sandbags on the other half, and here he goes again in the pistol. So Norbert goes down. Sapias is a real nuisance now. Not only is he staying alive, he's just wasting time, and he'll start to clean up as he comes out of those sandbags. It is going to be Falcons winning this pistol round.
Yeah, really smart from Sapias playing that conservative, just staying alive, because you create so many opportunities for your teammates to play off of you. If he goes down, Dupree has to tuck in a lot safer. Electronics giving this a go right at the end just to find some kills, but he's got no kit. There's no chance he can defuse this, and Dupree puts him down. Fourth round and a pistol round for Falcons to get started in the second half.
Now, we'll see what Virtus.pro decides to do. I think seeing how weak their CT side was in the previous match against Complexity, I don't think they're going to go for a forced play here, Jason. That would...
Maybe Complexity's offense was just really
good. I'd imagine there was a good mixture of both. But VP, yeah, they're not going to go for a force here. So it's going to be a full eco. 5 rounds for Team Falcons. And then the gap's only 4 rounds, Jason.
Well, that's at least a good start to start forgetting about the first half, right?
Yeah,
you want to get that behind you. Whatever conversations you had during halftime, hopefully you're focused forward. Sometimes you're not. But get it out of your mind so that you can get this T side moving. Mac-10's chewing up all of Virtus.pro's push to the B-bomb site. 1 kill, that's it. Electronic gets knocked off the building, and we've got 5 rounds for Falcons. And first gun round coming in for VP.
It happened so quickly, but we're into the good rounds now of the second half already. And 4 out for Norbert. Everybody else getting into the rifle. There's no AWP going to be spotted anytime soon for the Virtus.pro camp. But Falcons are going to keep 2 MAC-10s, a Galil, and 2 AK-47s. So they do have the option still to go pretty quick with this if they desire. We'll see what kind of call Snappy's got for us in round 15. Magisk is thrust into the bottom of the B-stairs.
And Snappy, Dupree, and Sapias are all in middle, so I imagine they're going to want to follow up behind that MAC-10, baited a little bit. Almost looks like they want to wrap towards this B-bomb site. A lot of space in mid for them to work with.
Yeah, VP giving them plenty of wiggle room. Dupree, timing to look back is good. Fame will be knocked off the top of construction, and that B-bomb site's open.
It's going to be a save as well from Virtus.pro, as we all know.
Quite conservative when it comes to these kind of rounds, so...
Especially early on in the half, especially still with a 4-round lead.
And you just got the AWP out. I was wondering if we'd see the AWP. They actually did invest into it for VP. Not that we really got to see it do too much, but Electronic actually took the hit to go for an MP9 instead of a rifle.
Yeah, what a god. James doesn't return the favor with a kill, and now they hear that AWP ring out. I wonder if they want to send those MAC-10s on the hunt. Yeah. James doesn't have anyone with him. He's alone.
Oh, he's on an island. Shot lands, but it's not enough to bring the belly of the beast down, and so Electronic defending his MP9 with honor. That JMOP is gone. Norbert looking to try and recover that, but unable to do so, and now it's disaster for Virtus.pro. You've lost the AWP.
Yeah, that was everything, was keeping that gun alive, but they just got 2 spread out in the save. 2 players down at the bottom of the ramp, 2 players back, and nobody to help James retreat.
The gap is closing very quickly indeed. Virtus.pro unlikely to win this next round. Falcons will be up to 7. These matches can get out of hand very quickly. Yeah, that's a desk slam.
Ideal start for Falcons. It actually couldn't have gotten better just because Virtus.pro went for that kind of a buy.
Yeah,
you take all of that away.
And now VP down to a weakened buy. See Galil here for Electronic. It's actually an upgrade from what he had previously. But there's 5.7s and MP9s in the mix, and that 5.7 gets to work. It's Madden that goes down first. Flick to follow up on Dupree. And if you're Falcons, you cannot throw away your golden opportunity here.
Yeah, good bait and switch as well, though. Dupree swings thinking he's going to be cleaning up and engaging a low HP 5.7, and it's Flit's M4 instead.
I'm worried about him. Oh, James looks the wrong way as that smoke fades, though, so we're all good.
Yeah, don't be worried. James very paranoid about someone crawling through that smoke. Strong position from Electronic at this stage in the round, coming back to the A bomb site. Falcons is going to want to remain quiet as long as possible. I doubt they'll even Molotov sandbags. Virtus.pro have an idea of what's going on. Fame's felt no pressure at B. Shifting over to this A bomb site.
That will give him a headache, that's for sure. I'll feel that one in the morning.
And fair play.
Oh my god, Sampayas, that's one way to clear it.
I thought that would go overlooked. Fair play to Falcons. Way to not forget a detail. Fame gets his 17th kill of the map.
Now Magisk, he's got a lot ahead of him. A lot to figure out and piece together. He's got a full belt of utility, a decent amount of health, and an AK-47 with a bomb on his back. And 30 seconds as he marches his way towards the B-bomb site silently. No one over here, so he's got space to play with. And then it'll be down to the post plant. Then it'll be down to the 1 versus 2. And both remaining Virtus.pro players are damaged. One of the most experienced players you can get here in the clutch is Magisk.
They could use him. There's no kit. There's Molotov smoke flash.
Was unable to find the kind of impact he would have liked in that first half.
They're just going to let this smoke fade. They're going to be really patient with it. But once that smoke does disappear...
Got no kit.
Yeah, they've got to go. It's got to be fast after the fact.
They've got utility. They can make it uncomfortable for Magisk, but he's not going down those stairs. Instead, he will fight within the site. He spots out his first victim. That's Flit brought down low, and Magisk one more to get. The Falcons need a 7th round to recover them, and it looks like it's going to be picked up off the back of their Magic Man. And it's going to be the runaway from Flit. 7 rounds secured. And this comeback is still on.
Probably didn't expect that position because it's so exposed to B stairs, but that's the risk Magisk decided to take, was if they push B, or if they push down A ramp and flank the B bomb site, I'm in a lot of trouble. You could see him have eyes on it for some time until he realized that the timing of a flank would have already occurred, and then he gets to focus forward in a tough position where he gets to isolate fights. Nicely done from Magisk to keep Falcons moving forward. All back in the hands of James.
But James Op is gone. Instantly. Second kill for Sampayas. Oh, great awareness to look for Electronic. And this Virtus.pro defense is collapsing.
Well, I mentioned they're going to want Sampayas and they're going to want his AWP presence. They're getting it today. 19 kills for Sampayas. Plenty of that's done with the rifle, but now we're starting to see the AWP ring out on the map. Single-handedly clears mid.
And the CT side woes continue.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you were right. The CT side is a little busted.
Big time.
Hit it. Give him a jump. Oh.
Yeah, 2 players left now for Virtus.pro. Under 1 minute left on the clock. Flick goes for the peak. It's 1, then death. And Fame falls. So it's 8 rounds now for Falcons. The disastrous start is recovered. And I think Zonic is very happy with Sampayas and how he cleared out mid there. Instantly removed. James stayed composed, looked for Electronic. Nails the 2 shots that he's given.
Feels like Falcons is winning the openings game very, very well.
Oh yeah,
in this second half. They're getting the first frag wherever they head. Wherever they want to go on the map. Virtus.pro hasn't been able to gain an advantage on this CT side. Now playing with 2 MP9s, 2 5.7s, and an M4.
Flit waiting for Snappy. Doesn't have to wait for long because Snappy charges through that smoke and Flit is given a free opening. So there's a little change up for you.
Yeah, but again, the rifles and all this utility, this is still within reach of Falcons. Madden's going to move forward, sees one out in the open. Good peek from Norbert.
Starting to get out of the reach.
Yeah, double aggression. And yeah, now it gets a little bit more sketchy.
They're going to reposition that M4 into the hands of Norbert.
Sampayas hasn't even tried to do anything yet, you know?
Yeah, there's still that. He's having a great time. He's 19 kills, 9 deaths. Grenade onto Norbert. Takes some health off the top. Follow-up also landing towards Norbert. And the final pieces of utility being put in place in this A-bomb site as Falcons send their final 3 into this fight. James is still short. Remember about him into this late round. His teammates, though, are arriving, and with Norbert going down as the one rifle holder, it's not looking pretty for Virtus.pro. Flit sends one shot back. James to take out Sampayas, and once again, it is all magic, but this clutch is a lot more difficult. This one is a long road back into it.
He's got to cut him off before they get to the bomb. He's got to take at least one kill before they start defusing. There's no kit. He's got time to work with.
Many angles, he has to think about it once. But now he just needs to focus on the fights in front of him. That first kill, that's Fame with the health. He goes down. Now Magic's worried about Short. He swings into the open. He gives that kill back. And that allows Virtus.pro to stick this defuse. It just looked like Magic had no information as to whereabouts of all three players.
Yeah, it felt like he was very paranoid about that third player coming from somewhere, from anywhere, and he could never really make a decision because of that, of how exactly he wanted to play it. Still looked like he was in a pretty decent situation, all things considered, for a 1v3. Good attempts from Falcons at recovering the 3v5. It's now a 2-round lead as Virtus.pro inch a little bit closer to a map victory.
Finally, right, it's the AWP for James. Is this the round, Jason, where we get to see James get a kill with the AWP? He's had it 3 times.
I think he got one in like the save situation.
Yeah, okay.
But he missed a couple easy ones in that scenario too. Oh. Nice flashbang from middle for Fame to come down. Oh, the second one is oh, that's Snappy's.
Yeah, it's all good.
Shout out to Snappy.
It's a sick flash. In the end, Electronic comes in to trade out one of those kills. That's information. There was 2 positioned outside of B at least.
Look at the difference though. Like, this is something Falcons were never able to do on their own CT side. Anytime they wanted to get aggressive, they got shut down. But you can see the result. If Virtus.pro pushes down, if you have success on that aggressive stance at the B bomb site and deny access to those stairs, you get to have a lot more freedom to be mobile around the map.
Oh, Electronic gives away the advantage.
And Norbert takes it right back.
Gotta love Norby. So the final play for Falcons is the B-bomb site.
It's going to be on Norbert again, playing from default boxes inside the bomb site. I doubt he's peeking stairs, knowing the AWP is still in play. Wants to take the off angle. Looking for the jump up off this boost.
Ooh, smoke lands up.
It's Virtus.pro smoke.
Dupree is covered off by it. He gets close towards Tetris. Norbert moves in behind that smoke of his own design, and Norbert cleans up the entire B hit. It is 11 rounds for Virtus.pro as they take another huge step towards removing Falcons map pick.
Well, if you're Virtus.pro, you're hoping this is the moment that things just get locked in and get a lot easier from here. Started this half down 0-5. You watch that 9-3 lead dwindle. But you've won 2 in a row, so now it's got to feel like, okay, we've got our feet beneath us, we've got money behind us. And this is Snappy going back to that first gun round they ran. 3 players in mid. They got the free kill on construction on, I think it was
James
Fame.
Peek this. Oh, that's a big reposition for James.
Nicely done. All right, Magisk. Gonna start lurking in, saw an elbow. Saw an elbow, but he's gonna get lured into it.
Electronic's position behind the wood is perfectly placed, but he ends up getting traded through that wall. I say wall, but I mean thin piece of wood, because Electronic now gone 3 versus 3 minute left.
Yeah, that ain't no wall. That's just plywood. OSB. Nice shot from James inside the Molotov. He tanked 77 damage to take that shot.
Oh, Madden trying to keep Falcons in this, but his work is done in this round, so it's all Snappy. 1v2. Not completely out of the realms of possibility, especially when James walks right into his crosshair, and suddenly just Flit and Snappy is given the chance, and he will sink both of those Virtus.pro players.
Damn, they really wanted that fight. They really wanted that fight, and they wanted it 1 by 1. Nice shooting from Snappy, ripping the head off James at the end. And a couple big clutches in this map from Falcons players. The 1v2 from Magisk earlier on, a 1v2 from Snappy here is keeping them in contention for Vertigo.
Snappy stepping up. That would have been map point. That's got to be frustrating for Jame because he does so much great work to get them close to winning that round, and then probably feels like he gave away an easy headshot there to Snappy. Madden at the front of the charge. A lot of utility dropping in behind him. Half of his health is gone off the back of these early engagements with utility. Jame positioned to deal with Madden, but the quick swing from the Montenegrin comes in. Dupree following up. Falcons getting 3 kills on this A defense, and it is 10 rounds.
Yeah, great utility usage, good timing, good coordination. Uh-oh, VP. That 2-round streak didn't click in.
Money's gone now, too.
Yeah, money's gone. That's the big problem. Falcons have a real chance of tying this up at 11-11. We went through the scores of some of the recent Verticos. All of them were close. One overtime, one 13-11 victory, I believe 13-10.
And then it was an overtime game as well, so definitely very close, and time hasn't exactly changed that. It was 16-13 the first time they played on Vertigo. That was in favor of Virtus.pro. A few days later, Falcons able to bounce back with a 13-10 victory. VP have already bettered that previous result by getting 11 rounds. But let's see if we go to OT again. It does feel like that is a real possibility here. This round should allow Falcons to tie things up 11-11. A little bit of context for this matchup as well. It is elimination. Not only that, though, if you win this game, you go on to play the loser of FaZe versus Vitality.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Look, that's one of the reasons why Cologne is
brutal.
Well, it's such a valuable trophy to have in your cabinet because it's not an easy tournament to win. Especially not when you come into the event struggling on a streak of losses. Virtus.pro trying to win their first series in 5 attempts at it. They've lost 4 straight. This is their 5th. Snappy's going to lead the way with his MAC-10, and he's got the opening.
That's a great opening kill with that MAC-10. And a lot of space created off the back of it. Flit, oh, he thought he had a good position, but Snappy was very aware of that possibility. Spams through the smoke, sees the head of Flit. Seizes his chance. So 11 rounds to 11. Scoreline is all tied up. And you've got to give some great plaudits to Falcons for being able to pull this half back. They started this in the bin.
I mean, the beautiful thing about it is they still have a chance to win in regulation.
Yeah.
Like, they still have a chance to just actually take this map straight up. Not grinding back for overtime. You're grinding back with a shot at taking the map. That smoke ain't going to stop Snappy. A MAC-10 specialist. Electronic coming back for the trade to make sure he can't build upon anything, and that's the end of the hunt. So an AK-47 and an M4 brought into the next round for Electronic. And they have a full losing bonus on the CT side, so Jame will have his AWP. But Virtus.pro have run out of the runway that they created for themselves in the first half, so good luck. Good luck.
What? That's their first time out?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, they had the 9-3 half. They never needed to call a timeout in the first half. But yeah, now that I'm seeing it, it's like there might have been a time for a timeout earlier in this half. Maybe were a few moments you could have tried to take a pause and have this conversation and get things turned around before things were tied up. But they got plenty for overtime.
Yeah, they got those. All back out for Jame. Last time he had it, he did get impact.
Round 23. Fame at the B bomb site with Electronic. James up in middle. Norbert and Flit at A, and there's a lot of quick pressure coming in from Falcons. That molly will slow them down. But Snappy's getting frisky in these past few.
This time he gets to play with a real weapon. But he earned himself with that MAC-10 in the previous Dupree. Ready to go around this corner. Madden's with him, and actually he's going to use the catwalk to give himself a better angle. Madden and Dupree both get their entries. James, he has to realize that this site has opened up completely, and Dupree is keeping Fame occupied. This is uncomfortable for the CT defense. James has got to worry about so much, and in particular Dupree, who's able to come through that smoke. Fame couldn't stop him from taking out his in-game leader.
It's a huge kill from Dupree. Alleviates a lot of pressure when the AWP isn't in the field of play. There is a kit on both players, a smoke on Electronic as well, and they're going to give this retake a go.
So smoke goes out towards short. That's Snappy held back for the time being, but Magisk is taking the position that Dupree had earlier, which is pushing this catwalk and getting the same result. A flank kill. Now Fame detected. He switches out to the AWP. Is it the save call? It is. He is going to back away. It will be Falcons to take 12 rounds first here on Vertigo, and they're staring down the barrel of a map victory after a terrible first half of play.
That felt like a very old school style defense for Vertigo, like the two players towards gap, you know, along that wall, and with the new changes to the way the bomb site has and that little avenue to wrap around it, that little catwalk to get to the back of it, you actually got no presence there to slow down any of those pushes.
The fact they got to use it twice in the space of 10 seconds to get the exact same result is really rough.
Yeah, and I mean, Dupree just gets there and there's so much safety and he can just peek out with impunity. And second timeout used, back-to-back rounds. Virtus.pro from 9-3 at the half, now staring down a map 1 loss. And for a team that's struggling, that hasn't been able to find success at all,
yeah,
this just feels, if you sit there in your seat looking at the screen and you're like, yep, this is about how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Virtus.pro and we talked about their CT side versus Complexity. They only won 3 rounds. They started on the CT side. They only won 3 sporadic rounds. One of them was the pistol on the CT side. Now against Falcons, they've won 2 rounds, and they didn't even win the pistol, so it's looking rough here for Virtus.pro. If they match the amount of rounds that they won versus Complexity, we at least get overtime.
How's that tiny little shot glass?
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah,
watch that one
you
back.
Go back on the VOD. I want to know what that was.
You want to get a shot, Jason?
Yeah, well, I want to have what he's having.
Shot if it goes to overtime.
Yeah. Utility out. Snappy once again was trying to pressure Gap very quickly in the round. A lockdown B defense at the stairs. But much like Falcons had an issue with the B bomb site, it feels like Virtus.pro's having an issue with the A bomb site.
Here's Jay. Hello. Oh, damage done to Snappy, but not enough to even worry about it. Now Jane being put under excruciating pressure actually somehow wins that fight. What? The reload in the open for Flit. It's punished, as it should have been. Dupree takes him out. Now a 4 versus 3. Norbert's trying to stay alive at the sandbags as long as possible and delay this Falcons push. James is taking steps back into the elevator. They just need 3 kills, and they find themselves in overtime.
Thankfully, Electronic came over with the flashbang to help Norbert escape that position. 4-on-3 advantage.
There's some time still for Falcons, plenty of it, as we hit the 45-second mark. Electronic using the catwalk this time for defensive purposes. It's James that gets that pick on Dupree. Electronic cleaned off the top. Now James survives on 1 health. Is there still impact to be had for the AWPer here of James? He misses the peak, the timing on Sampaius, and Magisk able to take him away with a shot through that smoke. Falcons 1 kill away from securing this first map. A disastrous first half, but an even worse defense from Virtus.pro. And Falcons about to take their map pick. Fame creeping up the ramp. Crosses by Sampaius. It's a kill on the Spanish sniper. Manages to close with a 4K. Smoke into the middle of the bomb site for Fame. Will he detect Magisk in time? He won't pick up the kill. Magisk with the 4K and Falcons with a first map. Vertigo is secured. It wasn't easy, but it is successful. And Falcons 1 map up. Of this game will go on to play the loser of FaZe versus Vitality, but it's all about getting 1 step further here in Cologne. Virtus.pro, it's about winning a series finally, and at this point I think they'll take a map. Electronic with a heap of utility, Norbert with some of his own. And Virtus.pro start with 3 players positioned outside of B, 2 outside of the A bomb site. All that utils outside of A.
It looks like a fake at the moment, although there's the potential for the 3 players to drop in underpass and come join up at the A bomb site, but that's a good start. If you want to negate a fake, an immediate headshot, now they know. Now they know. They can say, hey, it's not A, it's the B bomb site.
The fake has worked out to get players into the site, but holding on to it becomes a different challenge.
Look at Electronic on the minimap as well. He's still at A ramp. He's so far away.
Yeah, he's still slowly sneaking out, and in the meantime, all these fights going down in Market. It's Madden and Senpai stepping up and Flit at the back of the bench. It's a stroll in the park for him with that kill on Dupree. He wants a second, but dropped by Madden, and Norbert is the last remaining member who gets caught coming through Market on that flank. So Magis to defuse, and Falcons will win the first round of play here on Mirage.
Apologies, Electronics only got deleted at the start of the round. That was Norbert with that really, really late play. Good job from Falcons, though, understanding the situation. They saw 2 at A. Once they realized it was a fake, there's one player who cannot be involved in this retake, who cannot hold us back. Let's do this fast. Let's do this quick. Let's get in. And Virtus.pro obliged them by pushing into Market. 1-0.
More energy from Falcons to kick off map 2. I think they'll be very happy. They just got that Vertigo win. 13-11. Another close Vertigo game between Falcons and VP. But it's all done now. And pistols for Virtus.pro. No force buy, just some players investing in Kevlar and upgraded pistols. Very likely to see Falcons take a 2-0 start.
What does Virtus.pro do if they lose this series? All the struggles they've had making this lineup come together, bringing Electronic in, changing your coach.
Yeah,
What's next?
There's a lot of events coming up for them too, right? Like, it's hard to
and I mean,
decide, do you want to get rid of them now, or do you want to make some changes, or do you want to just stick it out? It's really tough for Virtus.pro to figure out, because you've made a huge investment getting Electronic into the team, and
it's really hard to kind of judge it, not judge it, but see what the options are from the outside, because eye test wise, like, you're not even seeing positive signs. Is the scary thing for me, is like, you know, I could justify keeping the roster together if we were seeing improvement or seeing changes and they were getting close and just falling short, but this has been a heavy drop-off for the Virtus.pro squad. Easy kill for Snappy. VP is going to finish at the A bomb site, coming through Palace and 2 up ramp.
Madden jumping off the stairs. It's going to end up being Jay Malone, and that dream of a bomb plant in this round won't become a reality. Nice and clean from Falcons. And you'd expect their CT side to be much better here on Mirage. It couldn't get worse, surely. So they're off to a pretty decent start with 2-0 up.
See how this continues as well. Like, you know, that first map, crazy that Falcons won it, but they needed a lot of help. They needed a 1v2 from Magisk. They needed a 1v2 from Snappy down the stretch as well. All right, Virtus.pro, you're facing elimination here on Mirage. You must take this map or else you're out of IEM Cologne and headed home.
There's a charge up top middle. Dupree at the top. Just around that corner is a whole pack of Virtus.pro players. And they're held back by that utility.
Yeah, Falcons really, really telegraphing and want Virtus.pro to know we have mid and we're willing to step up and be aggressive and fight you at your first stage of control.
The flashes come out from Virtus.pro to run into Madden and Dupree. Fame takes damage, Jam is down, and this mid play is shut down instantly. Virtus.pro's first gun round has resulted in nothing.
And I don't know if this would go into a call like this for Snappy and for Falcons to be this aggressive, but you really start to pile on, not only in terms of the game and the fact that you've just deleted 4 players, but the mentality of Virtus.pro, who can't even come out and execute a strategy in their first gun round after that really tough loss they just took on Vertigo. This is rock bottom for this series for VP.
They thought they waited out the initial barrage in mid, and then they threw the flashes in to retake mid control, or at least challenge for it. And everybody got melted. And Virtus.pro have to just sit back and wait. Not getting anywhere near a bomb site, not even getting some kills or damaging that CT economy, so they're likely just to be down a couple upgraded pistols in the next round again. At least they'll have this AK that's saved over from Fame. They're at least giving them that mercy. And
he had a wonderful round on Vertigo with the Hero AK also, where he got a quad kill.
Yeah, he had a great T-side in general.
Yep. We'll see if the Hero AK-47 can do anything on Mirage, but yeah, this is just dupreeh and Madden shutting everything down. Another easy kill for Snappy at the B bomb site, and no sweat for Falcons, surviving with 5 players. Surviving with 5 players, building money, and then going into a round where Virtus.pro is going to have a low buy. Tech-9s and armor picked up around that AK-47, but a clean round from Falcons here would be such a strong start.
VP throw out the common mid utility with that top mid smoke and window smoke combination.
I think they're hoping that Falcons is going to be so focused towards top mid again like the previous round that Fame coming from underpass will have an opportunity to jump up is going to be important. Oh, dinked immediately.
Yeah, that's great work from dupreeh. Fortunately for Fame, it was through the metal, so it wasn't an instant headshot with that AK-47. Madden defends off Flit, trying to break through connector.
All right, starting to piece it together, Falcons. You've got 1 kill. You know there's still an AK-47 in middle. You just heard a Tech-9 ring out from Palace. So putting the map together. And will they read this jump up in towards window? Sunpius is safe inside con.
Oh, he's got his teammate now Snappy to back him up as well. Norbert through that window boost. This is the only play they've got. The only thing they've got in this round for Virtus.pro.
And it's probably going to net them 1 kill. Magisk will actually,
he's turning.
It could be 2. If there's trigger discipline, Norbert, he could find a second one up on the balcony.
Okay, now he's got 2 locked in, and he doesn't get a single.
Okay, 0. He's not going to get any kills.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. He's so close. Oh, but he couldn't get a single kill. Electronic, the only one to pick up a kill for Virtus.pro in the last 2 rounds, and yeah, they're having a chuckle about that one.
That's just unfortunate. A smart play from Norbert, even the trigger discipline, go for the far player first, transition over, but Magis just turns at the worst possible time.
Can't catch a break right now, VP. The AWP will be in the hands of James.
Deep sigh relief. 4-0. AWP is out in the hands of Sunpius, AWP out in the hands of James as well. Money for Falcons is unbelievable. They're going to be super pleased with these first 4 rounds of this map. Virtus.pro have been denied mid-control once. They've had it with pistols and an AK-47 and weren't able to do anything with it. And ever since that piece of aggression from Falcons in the first gun round, they've gone passive on middle.
Norbert, peek into the Sunpius sniper. Once again, an opening kill in favor of Falcons. Electronic revealed by that smoke. There's 2 players staring right at him. He does well to get 1, but always was going to be traded. VP fall to 3. Flit loses over half of his health. And Fame now feels responsibility to make a play and create some space, so he gets out towards Sandwich.
And this is exactly what I was talking about in terms of the strengths of VP, is these kind of individual players who are willing to sense an opening and kind of challenge it and risk it. And he's got a really good position, and even in a 3v4, this could be a really nice spot to crack this open. Falcons is playing at retake on the A bomb site. And now going to start moving in with the cover of this smoke.
Snappy on the back.
Flank is so brutal. Falcons being very proactive on the map.
Yeah, now Fame is going. He's finally coming out of a sandwich, and he's got himself that headshot on Sunpius. Magisk on the stairs, also dealt with by Fame, and Flit stops Snappy.
Yeah, but you'll never read the follow-up flank from dupreeh. The timing isn't great. He's a little bit further behind than he'd like to be, but can still be impactful.
He can still be impactful. No kid on his back. You'd imagine there's one down somewhere in the site here, but dupreeh is coming up through that ramp now. But VP with that smoke in the middle of the bomb site, and the bomb planted over towards CT spawn.
dupreeh's got 7,100 and didn't buy a kit.
Yeah, 1 down towards the stairs. Great job from the Alps team again, but dupreeh's got a whole lot of chances here. 10 seconds stick because of this, and Yeah, it's just unlikely he makes this happen. So dupre's going to have to call this one. Virtus.pro are going to get their first round. And once again, it's Fame who picks it up for them. He's the one that wins this for Virtus.pro.
Oh, he's picking up the AWP to save it, but he's even got a challenge over towards the murder hole. Just a spam. Bomb's going to go off. dupre should be fine. And yeah, first round for VP. Good conversion in a 3v4. Nice play from Fame. That ended up being the winning move, lurking in towards Closet.
Timeout taken for Virtus.pro. I was surprised they didn't use more of them over on Vertigo, so I'm glad they're calling them early here. You see Mouse has arrived in the building. Complexity sitting in front of them, ready for their matchup.
All 4 stations occupied at the moment here in Cologne.
There's some bold red tracksuit pants, aren't they?
Yeah, you're committed when you throw those on in the morning.
Yeah. You're proud to be Mouse.
You gotta rock that with style and confidence.
Yeah. How would you feel wearing red trousers, Jason?
Not good.
I feel like it would suit you.
No, I'm okay. I think. Stick with my gym shorts.
Yeah. All right. Timeout for Virtus.pro now done. And they're ready to go. Smokes out towards the window. dupre looking to disrupt early, but he is held back behind those smokes. In fact, it'll be a tentative beginning to round 6. Ooh. That is a huge grenade. Flit is down to 25 health.
That's beefy. The rest of them are going to stream out. Sunpius has an off angle, though, towards the other side of those mid boxes. VP's got to be careful. Now he's getting curious. That's Norbert, so the low HP Flit is still in play, and an easy player to get cleaned up in any sequence. And Falcons, Virtus.pro seem a little bit nervous of any kind of mid peaks going on, trying to take as much space as possible without utility. No indication the hit was coming. Electronic goes 1 for 1.
Pushing into the apartment, Snappy to clean up Flit, and 4 versus 2 established off of these fights. 45 seconds left for Virtus.pro. Fortunately, their Danger Man in Fame is still up.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any kind of a position to turn the round the way he did in the last one. Actually, the real issue for Falcons at the moment, Snappy's alone on Catwalk. If Fame gets this kill,
yep.
Pius was just shifting away, and there's the headshot.
You've got to favor Fame winning that duel against Snappy. Now, Jame comes out of the apartments. Fame has set him up with a chance. Fame and Jame must close. Hopping in, Pius close, but can't deny with the AWP. And Fame, or rather Jame, he's on the AK-47. He'll go for that peek on dupre, but the Dane has the angle, and the headshot is collected. And it's kind of a crime that you have Jame and Fame on the same team.
Yeah, you're not appreciating that?
Where's my brain?
It's better than casting Magix versus Magisk.
Yeah, that's true. That is also true. Well, we don't have to cast Magix anymore. Maybe not have to cast Magisk.
That's such a wild thing to have to think about. That's one of the few eventualities that I would have said there's no chance.
Dude, it was weird seeing Dawn kind of just... He couldn't believe how much they were getting.
Yeah, he was given the Shiro look.
It's just like, what is happening? we can't do anything.
5-1. Fame and Norbert with the bomb over towards A ramp to start this round. A lot lighter in middle for VP. James just throwing out utility. Electronic and Flit will take control of mid from underpass, and looking like they want their end game to be a split of this A bomb site through Con. But Falcons have 4 players here.
Yeah, this is rough for Virtus.pro. You're calling for an A split and 4 defenders on the bomb site you're trying to attack.
Well, they've gotten the window boost a number of times safely. So they're going to put Electronic in a position to be able to wheel his way in there of his own volition. Once they start applying pressure, throwing utility, challenging up ramp, the idea would be that Madden's focus would shift, and Electronic will have the opening.
Sunny P. Ready to try and take down this A-ramp play, and Dupree waiting inside of Sandwich. The first 2 kills go the way of the Falcons. Peek from Dupree stopped by James, and Magisk cut open at Palace. This is wild.
I don't think Magisk realized that he was spotted. I don't think he realized that Flit had seen him earlier. That was a really strong position for Magisk, but
Yeah.
working between the fact that he can get lurked from Palace halls, he had to keep checking it and was exposed a little bit too long.
Well, the James Fame combo.
And there's no utility for Falcons for this retake. Snappy hasn't budged from the B bomb site. I think they go for exits and save.
Well, Madden is sort of toying with the idea of getting closer to the bomb site through jungle. He's got that first kill, couldn't get the second, and now there's no other option. And that's frustrating for Falcons. You got 2 of those initial kills, and VP still able to come through and win it. And it is the James Fame combo doing everything. 2 kills each. Money's still decent for Falcons. Same can't really be said about Virtus.pro.
I mean, the Virtus.pro's these rounds they've won, it feels like it's not done like I mean, tactically, because players are strategically making good decisions when the opportunities present themselves. But yeah, losing the initial thrust, the utility's not forcing people off, they're not having clean attacks into the bomb site. But the follow-up players for VP have always been so good. Flit and Fame sliding in a little bit later than everyone else, kind of realizing where players are, having that information.
Oh, Senpai is not happy about that. It feels like Virtus.pro have suddenly burst into life. Great opening kill from Jane.
And they've taken the money away. Falcons started with so much cash after their 4-0 beginning, a clean 4-0 beginning.
Oh, timing from Madden. Flit, will he clear underpass? Oh, it's so awkward. Madden turns back before Flit is able to spot him. He had his eyes in the sky looking for window. Madden getting away with a second. It looked like he was going to die with 0 impact, and Madden somehow steps up for 2.
That's god tier. And even the Molotov preventing James from peeking to trade off of Electronic, so they're just going to descend into a B hit. All 3 players in halls, no map control, no presence anywhere else. You've got Dupree shifting over, Snappy tucked into a corner. As long as Falcons don't give away any easy kills while they're still on balcony, they should be just fine.
Dupree to drop Norbert. Snappy with that second locked in. And we're looking at 6 rounds to 2. That looked like a fantastic start to the round.
Back and forth in these last 4 rounds. Magisk is going to be dead.
It's rough, though, for Virtus.pro, because you didn't even have that much money starting this round.
He's going for it.
James going to run right to his death, so he's lost the AWP. You got nothing now.
Oh.
Saving for next game.
Oh. Magisk, he took a little bit of insult to that death he takes.
I like it. It's good. It's good banter.
Ooh.
I love it.
Madden's 12-4. Leading the way for Falcons. Virtus.pro descending into an execute at the A bomb site. Only pistols. They'll throw everything they got at this initial thrust.
Neutral out. Madden off the top of the stairs gets cleared out by Fame after 1. These pistols stay committed. And we'll try and get rid of Magisk, but the Dane stands tall. He's out of ammo, goes to the USP, and okay. That is just unplayable. Magisk turns to Norbert, and Electronic with a 1v4 ahead of him.
Give me another shot, Magisk. Give me another smack talk.
Okay, Electronic, he turns back. 1v2. If he didn't sustain damage, then I would have trusted him for another, but Magisk is just farming them.
Zonic hyping his boy up.
Tried to quiet myself down because I was like,
yeah,
I'm ready for what he's going to say.
I'm ready for the smack talk.
But this is a sick round for Magisk. He's fired up now.
Yeah, just playing on the edges of all these smokes. Realizes there was one coming through. Nice and easy, out of bullets. Handles Norbert. Electronic doing everything he can, but Virtus.pro still struggling to find advantages in these rounds. Gotta be frustrating.
Second timeout for Virtus.pro in this half.
Norbert's got 0 kills. Flit's got 2 kills. fragging level of Virtus.pro is at an all-time low. They've only got a few rounds to fix it. 3 rounds remain in this first half for Virtus.pro to recover. And this is for elimination.
Yeah.
Falcons win Mirage. VP's getting some plane tickets home. A rush. Norbert leading the way. Little bit of nade damage. Madden again has impact. He finds a kill through smoke, boosting Magisk up. A little bit of an off angle towards Palace, hoping to catch somebody, but not there. 5 on 4, plenty of utility for Falcons, and they'll patiently wait and set up the retake. Dupree's got to hustle. He's in T-spawn right now.
Coming through CT, Flash needs to be effective. It is in blinding Norbert, but not in repelling the forces that hold the post plan. It is going to be a 3rd round for VP.
They're probably so sad, Falcons, that they chose... Nope, there's no time to go for it. They're probably so sad that they chose to start that retake from CT spawn. They all backed out of jungle. They all backed out of window room. They said, let's go around and retake this from CT, and they turn that corner and there's a smoke up. And there's not enough time left in the bomb for them to wait for it. So coming through that smoke, even with a really nice flashbang and jiggle peek to pull Virtus.pro into staring at it, it's still a pretty easy mop up for 2 VP players, one playing anti-flash.
Yeah, VP call a timeout, they win the round following it. But again, right at the end, it's very expensive. They lose a lot of players, so they're going to come into this with a MAC-10 on Norbert. They'll get the AKs out, but they're never building their money.
This is also just the half that Virtus.pro has to accept they're playing right now, is the T-side's not this well-oiled machine that you'd like it to be. They're not being effective in openings. So yeah, this is going to be a half of Counter-Strike where you have to just fight tooth and nail for individual rounds here and there.
Well, it's a call for Virtus.pro to go in towards this B bomb site. And the player tasked with dealing with it is Snappy, and they're charging right in towards him. Things heat up, fire burning away at his feet. He's unable to get a single kill nor stop him, but Dupree charging back in. Dupree doubles up, finally taken out by Electronic. And it's a 3 versus 3 as that bomb not planted yet, but soon to be. It's a retake again for Falcons.
Okay, it's all on Madden. He's had the hot hand as well, 14 and 6. Needs to get that SMG out. He's got Flit right around the corner, off angle, so strong. Madden didn't even think about the angle whatsoever, and yep. Virtus.pro, it's been an abysmal half up to this point, but right at the end, they might show a little bit of life.
Dupree tries his best there. Snappy, if he gets one, hope maybe sets him up slightly differently, but he was just cancelled by utility.
That timing seemed to mess with him very, very much after his nade thrown. And one of the few rounds VP's been able to find a window of opportunity to hit that bomb site with a sole defender.
You can tell VP are struggling because they're going for just back-to-back direct site hits.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, look, yeah, but also that's smart. You know, spreading out. They're getting beat by individuals. They're not able to work the map in any way in these kind of spread defaults. Their mid control wasn't being effective, and sometimes they weren't even able to take it clean. So yeah, call that timeout and be like, guys, this ain't working. Let's switch it up. Let's hit an execute at the A bomb site. Let's just hit a set piece at the B bomb site. And I imagine they're going to stick with it.
Yeah, they are. You're absolutely right. This time it's the A bomb site attack to try and close this half out 7-5. And at points, this Virtus.pro half looked dire with no way out. Could be an 8th round for Falcons. 2 kills right through that smoke, and that is so wild. So difficult to deal with for Virtus.pro. Falcons with a 5 versus 3 retake to grab 8 rounds. Fame gets through that smoke, realizing a risk is needed to be taken. We'll take a kill on Magisk, but again through the smoke. Dupree this time. Virtus.pro can't catch a break, and it's all on Electronic. He gets a kill back on Dupree, but there's plenty more where that came from. And he goes to fight inside of the site. Electronic removes Madden. He takes damage on that fight, but some Pius off the top of the stairs. All that was needed was a vantage point to peer down into the ticket and punch Electronics to the afterlife. It is going to be an 8th round for Falcons, 8-4 here on Mirage. They are looking to stay in the fight here in Cologne and knock Virtus.pro out.
Magic's getting hyped up as Falcons take an 8-4 lead at the halftime. Virtus.pro, you better show us what you got. You better show us what you've learned, what you've practiced, what you've worked on, because you're facing elimination. You're just 5 rounds away from being knocked out of IEM Cologne, and they're going to be on the CT side of Mirage. Comeback better happen here to force a third map, which would be Dust2.
Let's see what Falcons T-side looks like. Plenty of utility being purchased up into this pistol round. Sampaias has given it a flash on over, and Magisk and Snappy with smokes to boot. Molotov available. And Falcons are setting up for what is going to be an A play.
Got the ideal defense to go against as well, just 2 players.
Electronic close to the dual Berettas. James about to flash him in. As soon as this attack comes in, it flashes up, but it's a little bit too late. It's ineffective. Electronic cleared out. Dupree charging forward, and James is forced back in behind CT.
Oh, they've taken over control. Dupree's in an all-time important position. Over in jungle. Fame wants to come through this as Khan attacks as well, but another smoke is going to force them into an awkward situation. Dupree hears that jump up.
He stops it from happening into the window as well as going back to check it every now and then.
It gets awkward for him, though, because now he's got to worry about Khan and window.
Oh, well, he deals with the window. He deals with Flit. And Dupree steps up and holds down jungle, and now things are very uncomfortable for Virtus.pro. James inside of the site. Oh, not clean. Not clean at all from Sampaias. Norbert cleaning up. He's bringing them back into this. He's dragging them, kicking and screaming into the pistol. And it's a 4K for Norbert out of nowhere. Falcons thought they had that one. And Norbert has other ideas.
I think Falcons players all felt like they were pinned down and couldn't peek. Like no one peeking when James running through the bomb site, nobody fighting. And despite the fact that they had a man advantage, there was a lot of room for the CTs retaking this site.
I have no clue there's anyone Con. There's no like Connie smoke.
Yep, Snappy looking a little bit confused on how that played out. Quickly trying to just get past the frustration, but that was a wonderful opportunity to have a huge advantage in this map. Forced by in the second round, straight into an A execute.
There's Fame. Magisk goes down quite swiftly. And they're just charging right in, but Flit in sandwich. Good double as they leap in front of him. He deals with a threat of 2 Falcons.
Sampaias needs to pause here. He needs to let Madden play, because Madden's got the advantage. Ooh, timing. Good kill with the MAC-10. Madden continues to be a menace. And now Falcons can slow this down and make VP sweat.
They have a lot of time. A lot of time here, Falcons. Norbert currently at the bottom of the connector.
Problem is they don't really, there's no way for them to plant at the moment. They need another kill.
Yeah, Madden, he's starting to look for it inside of Khan, but Norbert's very disciplined, very patient. It's going to be an SMG on SMG battle, but Madden looks the wrong way. Norbert gets rid of him. It's all on the Spanish Sampaias to try and pull this one back, but unable to stop James. So it is 6 rounds for Virtus.pro, and that Falcons lead is starting to be chipped away at.
Yeah, this is going to be a grinded out map now for Falcons. Good job from VP getting started early. Flit runs through the smoke completely by Madden and decimates the Falcon attack. Make sure that's not going to really go anywhere. Puts him in a tough 2v2. Another buy, though, for Falcons. They feel like they've done a good amount of damage to the economy. Another plant, and for the 3rd time straight in this second half, we're going to start it with another set piece towards the A bomb site. I mean, eventually one's going to work.
Running forward, Madden. Leaping towards Tetris. And they're trying to get through this. They're trying to get through the defense, but it's not being broken apart just yet. In fact, it never will be, because everyone from Virtus.pro taking their kill. Sampaias is in sandwich. Fame's just not giving away even the slightest bit of opportunity here. Sampaias finally strikes at that Tech 9, but there's so many Virtus.pro players in multiple different directions. He can't stop any of them, and that will be the 7th round for Virtus.pro. The gap is now 1 round, and Falcons have no money. This all happened so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Falcons really feel like this A hit was going to be a solution at some point in these early rounds, and it never pans out. So once again, a hero AK-47 is picked up by Sampaias. Pistols are going to be around that, and we'll see if Falcons change things up and start moving around the map, although not a lot of zero utility, I should say. One smoke thrown out early, and that's all that Falcons had, so everything's going to be about Sunpius and where he wants to find a kill.
And that AK is about to be peeked from short. Electronic heats up behind those boxes. Now VP pounce in middle. Flip being unleashed towards top. Distraction set up. Sunpius able to relocate his crosshair down in time, and that snappy Tech 9 straight through up on the bench.
That ain't bad at all, considering no utility to break out of mid in that fashion.
Here comes Norbert. Swings out short. Sunpius, so the AK is now down, and Falcons' chances have just shrunk thanks to that play from Norbert. Fame collapsing onto Snappy.
Yeah, Snappy trying to make a play. Sense an opening towards Con. He was right. It was there, but shut down by Fame. So walk up catwalk, a very long walk, and there's an AWP in that A bomb site. If Jame ever swings a little bit wider, although he's held back by the lack of knowledge towards A ramp and Palace, but now we know a B hit's coming, and Norbert doesn't have to win this by fighting. He can just stay alive for the moment, let all the attention be taken onto Fame.
Oh, Magis goes down. Norbert just cleans up. And this CT side start from Norbert has been very effective. And that's the scoreline all tied up. And yeah, the start of that round was really impressive for Falcons to get themselves into a competitive position. Just too difficult to close it out. That's a very guttural, yeah.
Yeah, that was. She's trying to get the boys hyped up. Look, you'll do anything when you're in this kind of a situation. When everything seems like it's going wrong, when you've lost 4 series in a row and you're facing elimination, whatever you can do to get the juices flowing. Palace pop to pre-Magisk and Sunpius. Oh, that nade is perfect.
Oh, it's so good. And it just slows them down as they're coming out of that entrance, so it makes it easy for those 2 VP kills to come in. Fame is committed down sandwich too. It's such a tough angle to clear if you're Snappy, and Sunpius is stuck at Palace. Madden trying to make space, trying to create an opportunity for Sunpius to get out of Palace. He does well. Madden's up the stairs now. Sunpius gets caught from Fame. He plays that perfectly through the sandwich smoke, and Norbert comes in to clean up. So Virtus.pro into the lead. Falcons have fallen apart on the T side. Yet to see a round win from them.
All right, boys. A bomb site's closed, I think.
Yeah, forcibly closed. I mean, this has got to feel just hopeless for Falcons at the moment because they're not even really getting kills in their full gun rounds.
Something ain't working. Remember, Virtus.pro went through these same struggles in the first half as well. Buried a little bit earlier, looked hopeless. Figured out some solutions towards the end. We had that late comeback on Vertigo from Falcons. Yeah, this half they seem pretty unwilling to kind of spread out when they have rifles. Play a default, take mid control, kind of build something from there, see what trades you get, see what rotations you forced. Everything is just won or lost on the execution.
Tech 9s and the AK-47 make their way through the underpass. And a pack of 3 player steps being heard from Electronic. Oh, it's so perfect. This boost could be so nasty for Falcons to deal with. Electronic rips the head off Magisk. The bomb now joining the rest of the attack through the connector. Electronic gets his second. Fame is there to shut down the rest. It's double figures for Virtus.pro. And it just keeps getting worse here for Falcons. They'll have the AWP out for Sunpius. They'll get the AKs out again, but as you were mentioning, that A bomb site is close. So where do we see them go next?
I think they needed to try kind of what they've just done in this round. Just do it with a full buy. You have the AWP on Sunpius, get him parked up at top mid. You have some AK-47s to take space. Start out with just taking mid and see if Virtus.pro is going to be aggressive there, if you can get some trades. But once you have that, you can start pressuring Con.
That's the first time off for Falcons used here. Sonic trying to fire up the rest of his squad to get back into this game. They had a 4-round lead. Now they're behind by 2.
It's the worst thing as a coach when you get that sense that there's just like a bad vibe within the team during a game.
Yeah, it just feels dead.
There's nothing you can do, and you hype them up in that fashion, cheering, yelling, clapping, and you get no response.
It's like, shut up.
Having
Stop
nightmares.
with your positivity. It's okay, Jason. Someday you'll get through the trauma, you know. And
one of these days.
One of these days.
Have to hire a very expensive therapist. Magis creeping up catwalk. Oh, this is tough. One
It's so
indoor.
rough. It's so rough because you feel like Electronics got this absolutely locked in. It's Magis to go down. Falcons lose the opening.
Sampaius didn't have utility that round to activate Magis with a flashbang in towards ladder room or anything, so now Madden's on a little bit of a hunting mission. Spots one out. Didn't clear all the way deep. There is still one in the site.
Yeah, and that side player's fame behind those fireboxes. So unlikely that Falcon's able to deal with him. Flit is pulling distraction and attention his way to the stairs, and this is just setting Fame up for the perfect moment to come out and take out the rest of the Falcons. And in this round, they felt like a Falcon, soared a little bit like a pigeon, and Sampaius is left in a 1v4.
This T-side has nothing. No strength to it, no danger to it, no energy to it.
It's flat. Life support turned off. Half buy coming in, Tech9's around this Hero AK that Madden's decided to invest into for the next round for Falcons.
Falcons have only got more than 2 kills once in this half, and that was in the second round. All these gun rounds, last 3 rounds is 4 players surviving each and every one for VP. Money's growing, confidence is growing. And conversely, Falcons are just like, how do we find a kill? Another Hero AK-47, this time on Madden. He's tracking these footsteps.
This is the AK coming through the smoking con. And Madden finds exactly what they were looking for. It's Flit and Fame to go down. That Hero AK has created enough space for Falcons to finally break through to this A site. Snappy's received a lot of damage. Dupree looks to cover that off, but Snappy goes down in the site. Madden's down too. And if Dupree loses his life, it is all falling apart for Falcons despite a beautiful beginning to this round. Sampaius looking to drag them back into it, but he's all alone in this world. And Electronic gets away from the danger. Sampaius knows he has a few seconds extra to now focus on this 1v1 in the site. But Norbert deploys that defensive smoke and makes it uncomfortable for Sampaius. He's up on top of the fireboxes, but Sampaius has made the right wrap, but Norbert makes the right read. And there's nothing Falcons can do. You get 2 clean entries, you have everything you want, and it still falls apart.
It's by virtue of the pistols behind that AK, right? That was the only weapon, so you're trying to cross over. James able to pick one off, but you just don't have the weaponry to hold him at bay throughout the entire round. Snappy brought very low by Spam into the open. A good recovery. Well done from Norbert. I think he was like 0-7 or 0-8 at one point.
Yeah, just popped off here in the second half.
14 and 13 now.
Yeah, Norbert's second half performance has been beautiful to watch. Falcons haven't won a single round on the T side.
They haven't even gotten close.
Yeah, it's miserable.
All right.
Up next is Dust2.
5th time is the charm on this A hit.
Surely, that's what they say. 5th time the charm. At least no one's died yet.
True.
That's a positive.
It's always good having someone who looks at the bright side of things.
Could change. Right now, Fame at Sandwich again. He's played this position multiple times in this half and always to devastating effect for the Falcons. The jump over the top. Okay, that's wild.
That's
Madden,
one way to clear it.
yeah, it's definitely a way to clear it, that's for sure. Madden not stopping. He's been the one shining light here for Falcons in this defeat. It's a 3v3, and Falcons searching for their first round win on the T side. Plant is going down. My God, a bomb plant. Oh, it's denied.
Oh, that's actually huge. What a great play from Norbert. Slowed it down. Oh, the timing. Sampaius was looking for that play from Flit through the smoke. and just got
he
into
gets
cover, spammed, and he gets away. 2 health.
Oh, just about getting away from that. Now the swing from Electronic is perfect because Magis didn't have his gun out in time. Some pious to keep Falcons in Mirage. Virtus.pro about to drag this one to Dust2, a third map decider here in Cologne, and some pious will fall. Falcons do not win a single T round on Mirage. It is a flawless CT side from Virtus.pro to draw this to a 3-map affair. They will fight for survival on Dust2.
The loser of phase Vitality. And right out of the gate in the pistol, we're going to get a clash in tunnels. Dupree, Doolies. Oh, and Virtus.pro, they all just say, nah, we want nothing to do with it. We'll hide.
Magisk and Dupree have occupied the upper tunnels.
T-side equally occupied. Not for long. Nice kill from Flit. Magisk is going to be a little bit frustrated. Gushed and cleaned up. Now Dupree still going to stand strong because he's got Snappy with him. 4 pistols to defend upper dark.
You don't see this kind of fight happen all that often.
No, it is a unique one.
Oh, they're going to have to reset here, VP. They're not happy about this. So they're going elsewhere. They're going back over towards where they started the round, which is spawn, and thinking about top middle instead. There is a slight adjustment for the Falcons defense. So Pies has drifted over from A to middle just to see if he can spot those players coming out. Now he has seen them reposition into mid. He sees multiple opponents and he can call that to his teammates, but he kept fighting and he lost that duel at long range against Jane. The Julie's not positioned well enough to deal with that short presence, and the flash is sent up here for Virtus.pro. They're charging in towards Madden, and he needs a massive moment inside of this site. First headshot's good, but couldn't quite get anything other than that, and it's just Snappy coming down the B ramp that's stopped by Flit. So 1 round, Virtus.pro recover that pistol very well.
Yeah, there was no plan B for Falcons. When plan A, when that kind of push towards upper dark didn't pan out, didn't net them anything, any kind of kills, any kind of real information that they could use to win the round, there was nowhere else to go. Especially just getting wrecked like this. Unfortunate for Magisk. But no defense mounted from there after the first kill. 1-0 for VP. And I mean, that's what, 9 rounds straight if you go back to the first map?
Yeah, that's pretty depressing, isn't it?
Or not the first map, the previous map.
Yeah, Mirage.
Double scout. They want to get some tags to allow the MP9s and 5.7s to clean up some low HP players.
Actually, that would be their 10th round.
10 in a row? Oh yeah, it was 8-4. Yeah, 10 in a row. That ain't bad.
No, it's not. Let's see if Falcons can change that. With a 4 spy. No, it is a very tough fight for both of these teams who are both struggling and seem evenly matched. And your reward for getting through this is a very difficult opponent, whether it be phase or vitality, but it's just about getting that placing increased here in Cologne, and a shot brings out through that mid door. 2 players in Virtus.pro softened up, and okay, Norbert's able to at least get that first kill of the round on Dupree.
Yeah, but this can still swing with those 2 players tagged. Flitz at 20, James at 28. Madden, you get a clean first kill with that 5.7 on a high HP player, or that 5.7, as we know, can wreck multiple players. Low HP comes out first. Oh, he can't track him.
Oh God, finally puts that shot into the chest of Flit, but the rest of Virtus.pro collapse upon the remaining defensive Falcons, and Snappy's over towards A. So this round is Virtus.pro's. 11 rounds in a row.
Yeah, not bad. So Snappy Scout's just going to chill over at Car. Yeah, I don't know. This is a strange map to come into. I was trying to think of what exactly we'd learned from the 2 teams in the first 2 maps, and there's really nothing new. Still, we just see plenty of holes. Not the cleanest play, not the most beautiful Counter-Strike in the world. You had Virtus.pro and Falcons on Vertigo, whose CT sides couldn't make a stop. Falcons' offense on Mirage couldn't do a thing.
Yeah, well, the only map that Virtus.pro were able to take off complexity was Dust2. They won at 16-14 in overtime.
When you think about it in the context of the veto, right? Like, Dust2's always been a map that VP VP has enjoyed playing, that James has enjoyed playing, that this core has enjoyed playing. Electronic as well. Like everyone, Dust2, coming into this as a third map, before the series began, I would just be like, yeah, Virtus.pro would win Dust2. You know, Falcons need to take this 2-0.
I got a mic issue. We're going to try and get that resolved as quickly as possible. Tech pause here for now. It looks like it's on the side of James. We haven't had to say James' name a whole lot in this game so far, have we?
No. Not really.
He's quite often a player that will have an impactful moment at some point in the series, especially in a game like this. I can't really recall even him getting close to a clutch or being in a position where he's even thinking about that. Well, the only player that I've really noticed consistently find an impact, well, two of them is Norbert on the CT side of Mirage, and then Fame on the T side of Vertigo and Mirage as well. You
also got to think about, specifically with James, you know, as Electronic comes in and you try and kind of mold these two styles into a balance. You know, Electronic being very vocal about needing to add way more fast and aggressive plays into their playbook, which I would agree with. I think he's correct, but I think for James, that's a lot of changes. And as an AWP IGL, I think IGLs who are also AWPers specifically really kind of struggle when they lose that control because they're so used to positioning their AWP in the way that they vision the map. And when someone else and someone else's philosophy is being put in play, it can sometimes be difficult for the AWP IGLs. I know that was a point that Janko brought up, you know, plenty of times about Fallen, and I saw with Fallen as well in Liquid when he came on board for a short stint. He is one of those AWPers who's better when he's leading.
Being able to control the game, call around himself, but I mean, James was talking about that in the interview that everyone's been referencing, where he was saying about there's a possibility, you know, in the future maybe Electronic takes over the leadership, but when they were looking about, he was saying that it's actually okay. Wait. My God, they found a way back in. Madden's Deagle's just through that window. No one's in there. Okay, Dupree goes down inside of the lower tunnel. Madden's got another Deagle, and this is wild. Out of nowhere, out of nothing, Madden makes something happen, and he's on that 10-second stick. Flit running around the corner. Madden comes off it. Time was limited anyway, but Flit, he comes around that double doors. Madden was on that full stick and hits some nutty deags. Oh, a sigh of relief for Virtus.pro. I did not see that happening whatsoever.
Not at all. That turned into a contended round very quickly when it felt all said and done. Bang! Madden just putting together one Deags. And making this a real interesting round. 3-0 for VP, but that's a costly victory. James has to rebuy down to 0. Norbert at 150.
Madden couldn't even believe he got it that close, to be honest. Good start into this gun round for the side of Falcons. There's some pies that connects that AWP lower. Dupree looks up to short. James taken away.
James giving some footsteps on that progression up catwalk, so Dupree's like, I'll happily take that kill. They thought the AWP was going to be the one watching mid, and Dupree pops out from a new angle. 3v4 as Norbert finds a pick. That's through the smoke. And I think with that call, Virtus.pro just descends into a mid to B split.
Now that B split's coming in. Fame at the front of the attack.
Actually, they faked it. The main thrust is coming from B directly, but Magis still is able to find the frag.
Yeah, bomb goes down. It's loose. Norbert through those mid doors, senses a gap, sees his opportunity, and Electronic, that's a huge shot out towards window. Matt just gripped off the top.
That's spicy as hell.
Yeah, bomb plant coming in, and a retake perhaps. There's no kit on any of these two remaining players. Although Madden was close to making something magical happen with the deagle in the last round, so Wouldn't put it past it, making things uncomfortable here for Virtus.pro. Great Molotov lineup. That forces Electronic away. Madden couldn't quite capitalize with the flash. It's so good. And now Electronic, he's seen the tip here. Madden, he knows exactly where it is. And Madden makes the most of it. That is huge from Madden. He is off to a great start here on Dust2.
I mean, we forget about it because the second half was so weak, but Madden was phenomenal in the Mirage first half on the CT side. Here again, having impact. 8 kills already. And his is the winning Molotov. Forces Electronic out of position where he can't cover Norbert with the AWP. Flashbang supportive from his teammates, and it's an easy retake.
Brilliant flashbang as well from Snappy. Creates that space for Madden to move forward. Electronic is just floundering, trying to stay alive. Virtus.pro. AWP for James. It's Flint on a Glock. And he's got the AWP now because James dead. Great start from Surprise. His back-to-back rounds. Now he's got an opener with the AWP.
He'll call out the AWP and play as well. Snappy going to dump all of his utility over to his teammates so he can be boosted up because he's not going to want to move for as long as possible on this position. And Virtus.pro playing it very far back, reconvening outside of the B bomb site. 3 smokes, 3 flashbangs to utilize, and there's a 2-player setup inside this site. Dupree back platform, you've got no Molotov for him, and Madden in the site itself.
Dupree lies in wait.
They saw him.
He's going to peek up. Great flashbang from Madden. Again, utility being impactful. Flit now ready to whack them all, but Dupree's kept his head down.
It's so unreasonable. And they're going to save. Well, they're going to try and save. Snappy hunting. In T-spawn, making footsteps. Ooh, spots the jump. Never expected them to fall back. So VP will get away with an AK, a Galil, and an AWP. And Falcons have their second round.
Just seen Zonic put his hand on Snappy's shoulder. Sorry, Snappy.
That's the key one to keep from being frustrated, Snappy, as the kind of brains of the operation. Making the calls when you switch over to the T side. Want your in-game leader to be calm and collected and cool-headed.
This was so unbelievably cool to watch. Just a flash comes in, boop, Dupree pops his head up. That's the one kill that ends it for Virtus.pro. Forced into the safe call. They'll cross, they'll use a smoke to get across safely here. Just trying to bait that shot out, and Virtus.pro put the majority of their forces over towards B. Electronic now making headway into the lower tunnels. Grenades about... Oh, Madden just seen the head of Flit. He calls that over. He then actually challenges, throws a grenade in, hoping that it softens up a couple of opponents here for Virtus.pro. But that's at least information of 2 players being down and lower.
It's a nice thing to have for the moment, but it's not going to give you a whole lot that you can work off of on a big picture scale. Smoke clears in the mid double doors. Virtus.pro have control of middle. Everyone on Falcons defense has been forced far back. Catwalk being watched from A ramp. Dupree playing outside the B bomb site to look middle. And much like most of these rounds, the first 40 seconds is really walking and no noise, no indication.
Held behind the smoke is short by the members of Virtus.pro. 3 premium weapons still stand as we hit 35 seconds on the clock. Bomb positioned in the tunnels. They'll toss a wall of smokes out short.
Oh, the drop into CT spawn, the reverse drop is going to be the play. Dupree's got the first, now it's contend with the AWP and comes out on top.
Oh.
Flit deletes him.
Dupree looked like he just freezed out there. And okay, Snappy starts that flank alongside into middle. Fame, the last remaining player, walking out into the waiting arms of Magisk. The scoreline is all tied up.
Yeah, that kill on Dupree did look a little weird. I thought that was just me. Look weird to you too?
Yeah.
All right.
It looked like Dupree just kind of stopped moving.
I'm not going crazy.
Unless we both are together, Jason.
It's very possible. It's very, very possible.
Yeah. You react really there.
3-3, we're all tied up.
Yeah, scoreline, that's 3 in a row. One was won by a defuse, one was won by time, one by elimination. So they've had the full variety here. A balanced diet for the CT side of Falcons.
Yeah, these last 2 rounds, though, this is a little bit rough just because of, I mean, what, Virtus.pro had that round where they had to save. They tried to go into the B bomb site, got killed. One player goes down, they save 3 weapons. Then they have those 3 weapons with pistols. Now you have pistols. Like, I feel like Virtus.pro have only had really 1 good gun round by in this entire map.
Oh yeah, it's been tough.
And you've lost the lead now based off of that, right? Like not being able to fight with all the resources. So that's got to be painful. Snappy's going to go for a little bit of a hunt with the MP9. Knows he's up against unarmored pistols and he's feeling thirsty.
Yeah,
delicious.
give it to him. That's what he loves, the SMGs. We know Snappy is probably plays those more often than rifles.
A proficient MAC-10 user, we'll say.
Yes, yes indeed. We got to see Falcons play Dust2. It was a victory versus Big, 13-7. And that was in stage 1 of this competition.
It's 3 opening kills from Sampayas now with the AWP. Loving that. 5-on-4 advantages provided. It's a timeout from Virtus.pro as they talk things over. I think they're just happy to be flush with cash and have AK-47s, have all their smokes and flashes and Molotovs. Let's see what they can put together in this round. Round 8.
Falcons look a lot happier at the moment.
Something's happening in the studio.
Yeah, something's happening over there on the A stream.
Sampayas over the smoke. Once another Hurney almost got it. Seemed like it was close, but this is faster paced from Virtus.pro. They've switched into the new style. They've gone up catwalk quickly, not pressuring into the A bomb site yet. Blow open the smoke. They found Dupree. He got a kill from that position earlier, this time shut down. At all, your A defense is in a really weird place. Thank God you have long control, but Magisk trying to take catwalk and kind of stalled out at an awkward position.
Got to take a breather here for a moment for Virtus.pro, and look, was creeping a little closer to them as Magisk gets short. Just having a little pop-up to see what was going on down cat.
Feels like at some point Falcons is going to have to rotate somebody to middle, somebody that can help out at the B bomb site in some fashion.
Yeah, because right now it's all Sampayas left on an island, and we know he's been good so far, but this looks really rough for him.
And I think VP is going to love to have that information now. Okay, up at the B bomb site, you have that lurk smoke down. You have space you can gain against him. You can burst very quickly and be up in his face with the quickness. Sampayas has moved to window so he can focus on middle, hoping and praying that it's going to be a split, but he can't stop all 4 of these attackers.
Well, he might be able to get away with 1 before dropping down the window, but that flash is so effective, it rules him out of actually finding impact on the initial thrust forward.
It's a save call.
Yeah, they just can't do anything about this. Sampayas will just thank his lucky stars that he can actually get away, so he'll drop down into CT spawn with the AWP. Virtus.pro will tie at the scoreline, and Falcons will save 4 players. Or at least attempt to do so.
They should be fine. I don't think Virtus.pro is going to be super motivated to hunt in any way. They don't have really money built up at all. Now, if they just casually happen to find them, they'll be happy to take those kills.
And that just so happens to be what's going on right now. Snappy at range with an MP9. Can't really expect to win a fight against Flit's AK-47. Magisk to respond. As you mentioned, VP don't really have the resources to commit to a fully fledged hunt, so losing 2 players is a little expensive. But I think they'll just be happy with the fact the scoreline's now tied up and the big expensive gun is kept into the hands of James. And Zoma's very happy about that. So let's get a round of applause from him.
Still plenty of cash on the Falcons side. They'll buy up again. Good job finding Dupree. James was caught out by that earlier, trying to work his way up catwalk. This time they punished Dupree for playing the same position.
So again, in a 13-11 game, we've seen Eternal Fire play against Falcons, and it was only 7 kills from Sampayas, 7 AWP kills from Sampayas on Dust2 against the Eternal Fire. He's already off to a much better start here, and that can be a big difference. Falcons become a different team when Sampayas is feeling it. Electronic receiving damage.
And they haven't had that through a lot of this year. He's really struggled to get going. I mean, not only the individual adaptation to CS2, but also the team has struggled, so it's not like the individuals are going to get any benefit from good team play at the moment. Flit's going to go for it. Flashbang is out.
Oh, Flit's blind. Completely blinded. Madden makes that look easy.
Look at this advanced position at the long corner.
Yeah, Norbert.
It's so sick. And you got Jame in the pit, or excuse me, Fame in the pit.
You did it too.
Well, I just assumed it would be the Opper, to be honest with you.
Oh, so
more than anything.
You didn't make the same error.
I didn't even look at the name. I just assumed. I'll throw that one out there into the world.
Okay, Sampayas.
Oh, he missed it.
He missed the timing, and now Norbert's behind him. Goodbye, Sampayas. Surely Norbert, with those steps, able to track Sampayas back into the bomb site. The AWPer goes down, and right now with 40 seconds left, Virtus.pro just walking ever closer to this A side, looking very comfortable indeed. They're going to make it out. They're going to put the bomb down. And we're looking at a very good post-plant situation until Snappy just swings out. He goes for that fight, but he gets traded out. Damaged players now for Virtus.pro. Stuck inside of the site is Fame. He's locked in on default. And this is Matt just getting ever closer, about to clear out. Norbert goes down to Electronic in response. Fame still on default, still fighting though. And it's another kill for Fame. dupreeh has no kit, no utility, but there's one right in front of him, so he picks that right up. And Electronic's moving closer to help out Fame to close this round out. And dupreeh has to go to the sidearm, and what a shot from dupreeh! From nothing to the headshot, and instantly victory. It's Falcons heading to the lead. dupreeh flips that one right back.
Oh, what's Electronic's reaction? That's got to be like a hands in the air, like what the hell?
How does he do that?
Big boy clutch from dupreeh. And remember, to win map 1, Falcons had clutches just like that. They had the Magus clutch. They had a Snappy clutch. Now they've got a dupreeh 1v2 as well here on Dust2 deciding map.
You see Zonic calling for a timeout immediately after this one, but this is so filthy from dupreeh. I thought Electronic had made the right play, you know, getting closer to the ramp. He was last spotted long, you know, he comes out close. Maybe dupreeh's looking at long, you get an extra second, but dupreeh just insta-headshots him.
What's sad about that for me is I actually really like that round from Virtus.pro. I thought that's probably my favorite round I've seen them play in this map so far. You kind of have Flit get up catwalk aggressively, and he challenges. He notices that there's a catwalk defense, probably 2 players. That allows Flit to sneak up to the long corner with cover from Fame and Pit. And then you get that cross smoke going on, and Falcons are thinking this is an early cross smoke. No one's close by. They're baiting for utility. They might start creeping up. We'll get a second smoke in the future, but it's actually just activated a timing that they didn't know existed. I thought it was really well put together from VP, and dupreeh snatches it out of their hands.
Double push through the upper tunnels here from Falcons. It is Flit snapping open, the in-game leader of Falcons.
Snappy's usually the long defender, so now VP saying, okay, we got one on catwalk, it's clear. The defense is going to be out towards long. That'll make Norbert chill and be patient, especially with an advantage. He doesn't need to make his play yet.
Magus.
And what's Magus supposed to do against 5 Molotovs?
Yeah, burn. That's what's going to happen right now for him. He's down to 50 health. It's uncomfortable. There's another Molotov. Yep.
He was the one surrounded in the Vertigo B bomb site as well. He had the 3 Molotovs positioned at each.
Yeah, that's true. He's had a rough relationship with Molotovs. In
that's a crappy round if you're Magus.
Yeah, that's one you won't remember.
I hated everything about that.
Oh, it doesn't work out for Falcons. That's tied up for Virtus.pro. So you have a heartbreaking loss in the previous round if you're VP. dupreeh just flies into your crosshair with a USP and stops Electronic. But you get your revenge. Norbert chases after dupreeh. Sampayas trying to save this AWP, but he's getting pushed. Fame in the tunnels. And the wrapper on the backside, this AWP isn't going anywhere for Falcons. It's down on the ground. Tied up scoreline. There is money again for Falcons. They can buy into this.
A little bit busted due to 4 kills in the previous round for VP and that nice A hit, despite a loss. Here we go. Round 11. MP9 on Madden. pistol on Snappy. You do have the AWP on Sunpius. And he's been solid in finding you some openings, but not as of late.
Ooh, Magisk gets rid of Flit. A lot of damage done to Norbert as well. They're very fortunate here, VP, not to have lost 2 members early, but here goes patience for Madden. It's going to work out for him. Electronic walking into the site. MP9 waited a little bit longer there to see if there was another opponent from Madden to sink, but turns out it's just Electronic on a solo mission. And now 2 players up here. Falcons guaranteed at this point, unless a massive mistake happens, to grab 6. Jam thought about going into the longhouse. If he did, he would have died to Snappy.
Snappy's hearing those footsteps of the basic cat, so he's saying at least one top mid towards catwalk, towards middle. Good cover from Norbert, low HP with the AWP. Looking towards this long cave, looking for Snappy.
Sunpius impales Fame and forces VP to take a few steps back here and realize, yeah, there's no chance in this round. We might as well save these 2 weapons and go for it in the last of the half. Falcons take a small lead. Scoreline can still be tied up 6-6 at the turn of the first half, but
I think this is what's frustrating watching VP these days, where it's like stylistically lost a little bit. We've seen a couple of these rounds in this half that have played out similarly. Like earlier, there was like a pick mid. Sunpius gets a pick mid. 4 players try and walk B halls. Dupree kills 1 in halls, and 3 of them just fall back and save. Like that was the round. Those are the 2 things that you guys did to try and win. This one is similar. It's, you know, Flit out long. You had a long spawn. Try and activate him. He goes down. And then you're kind of walking up catwalk with an AK and dry peeking into the A bomb site against an AWP. And then there's nothing. And walking through a smoke. And it's just these seem to be low percentage ways at finding yourself back in a round. 6-5. Second timeout from VP. Final round of the first half as well. Looking to have a tied scoreline on Dust2. It's been a nice switch in like these past like 3 rounds. I don't want that my previous criticisms to kind of take away from the fact that we've seen that little stylistic shift from VP where you're starting to see them tell Flit like you're unleashed, you're unchained. Get up catwalk quick, go challenge, go fight, go make some presence, go cause people to move, cause people to use utility. They've needed that in a half that started out extremely slow for Virtus.pro.
VP sprinting with 2. Electronics already got short control, and he's definitely had a quieter half than he would have liked. 4 kills so far on the T side. He's going to be flashed into a peek on the site. Not seeing anybody on default.
Jame tagged, 31 health. Sunpius wins in that engagement.
Solid start here from Falcons. Matches that grenade.
This looks poised to be a catwalk hit, but they can fall easily and descend into a mid to B split, which we haven't actually seen a whole lot out of VP in this half so far.
Smokes starting to be deployed. Magisk knows what is being constructed in front of his eyes, but that's a great grenade. That's half of the health of Electronic gone, and Magisk has given away the element of surprise in his push forward. Doesn't connect any of the shots.
Yeah, but that's fine. That piece of aggression has stalled out that smoke wall they set up. Okay, Sunpius got 1 locked in. Tough shot, tight gap.
Yeah, that's rough. Really difficult to land that one, but no one comes out worse for wear. It's now 35 seconds left in this round, and VP are still gathered at short. If they come through this smoke, Magisk is waiting on the other side. They'll throw another one. They'll use that as cover, and it reveals multiple targets. Magisk unable to get a single kill. This attack is still coming. Madden heated up, forced into the open at the back of Goose. It's a blanket of fire coating this A bomb site. Flayed with a headshot. And now VP stand with 1 player up as they still stay committed towards this A bomb site. But the rotation's here. The cavalry's arriving. The Falcons are soaring in. And Virtus.pro left with nothing. It is 7-5. Falcons take a 2-round lead. And this all-deciding map here in Cologne.
It's the final half of Counter-Strike for one of these two teams here in Cologne, and it's time for everyone to step up and put out a performance that won't leave you disappointed upon exit. Leave everything inside the server, bring your A game to this second half. Falcons got a 2-round lead. Virtus.pro going to try a very flat, a very slow, a very lethargic T-side that didn't have a whole lot of production in it.
Well, Falcons haven't won a T-side round since map 1 of Vertigo, so let's see if they can change that up a little bit here.
That's a fair point.
You know, we're
checkmate,
setting the expectations here for Dust2. You know, this could get out of hand.
I got no rebuttal for that one.
We got a smoke and flash here from Madden. Snappy, nothing to work with, just his Glock. Fame deploy the smoke and unleash bullets straight through that smoke inside of tunnels. Sampais, in the meantime, is drawn first blood. Electronic no longer with us on the server for this round, at least.
Yeah, and that kill makes Falcons a little bit more confident about being able to fall back away from that B hit. They used all their utility. They used their smoke towards doors and just got stalled out. Counter-smoked and spammed. Lost Magisk. So Sampais has to be a little bit patient over on Catwalk as his teammates are in no position to capitalize on any information he can pass along or any kills he gets. To long we go for Madden and Dupree. Snappy's coming up late in middle. Sunpias just looking, just flirting with that A-bomb site, sees two.
Okay, James absolutely annihilated. Snappy coming in as well with a headshot. It's still a 3v2. It's still winnable here for Virtus.pro, especially with Norbert getting closer to the bomb site and that headshot out on Dupree. Madden's still low on 22 health and Snappy charging back through CT spawn. Remember, he has no Kevlar. He could be absolutely ruined by aim punch here, but he'll still step up with one headshot. Norbert, though, is the king of this pistol round. It's 3 collected, and he'll grab a P250 on the way out the door.
Yeah, his kill over at the A ramp is huge. The fact that he's able to just get an immediate one-bullet headshot is everything. Just after he reloaded as well, he had nowhere really to fall back to in no man's land, so he had to press forward and just hope he could get that kill clean, and boy did he. This is the final one at the end, making sure Snappy doesn't have time to reload and get in another fight. 6-7. A scout is out on Snappy, a P250 on Sunpias, and that's it.
Ooh, a little sneaky play from Flit, and he is not allowed to get away. That scout just ripping him apart. James' turn. Last shot of Madden sends the grenade towards Magisk, and he's able to get away, just about.
Pass that UMP over to a teammate as well. Dupree's got it now.
What a lovely gift.
Well, Norbert, I imagine, is going to come in and be a little bit aggressive with this M4 towards double doors to help clear this out. The MP9 is coming down from the B bomb site to make sure they're doubled up. They can hear these footsteps on Xbox. Magisk is done, and they're calling out to look for Catwalk where Electronics stands.
Dupree's UMP actually making something happen here. Electronics not peeking. He's stuck in behind default. He's calling his teammates to come and help out. He'll make out 4 with a double kill in the FAMAS and put it all onto Snappy. And what can Snappy do? They're all within one shot. This now becomes an AWP in a weird way. One body shot would be enough. Instead, he goes to the Glock, and he's very unlucky not to have dropped Electronic.
Yeah, but it still feels like there's like a miscommunication there, or like a different philosophy of how to handle the situation between Electronic and Norbert, right? Like Electronic kind of hunkers down inside the A bomb site, not fighting, as Norbert's trying to come up the ramp. And I don't know if maybe they didn't communicate, maybe they assumed they'd both be on the same page. But like if Norbert's coming up the ramp, those Catwalk players are going to stop and fight with him, so it's perfect for Electronic to peek. Or if Electronic's peeking, it gives Norbert a chance to take the fight coming up the ramp. And those two players being out of sync, it doesn't get punished this round. But to me, it just feels like another example of kind of different thinking in the team.
This is a clean round from Falcons, losing 2 players, sure, but now they know where Flit is. It should help out completely. Magisk is just going to keep him occupied and locked in the tunnels, so that bomb makes its way into the A site. That's Falcons taking the lead. And their first T-round win.
And punishing VP pretty harshly, with no losing bonus built up. So Flit will have this M4. He'll be able to drop an SMG if he'd like. James will be able to buy an M4. Other than that, though, VP is going to struggle to put together a buy in this round. So 8-7 on this deciding map.
More action coming up here on the secondary stream of the B stream you're currently watching. We've got
Mal's Complexity is next.
Yep.
And then Mongols versus TBD.
Oh,
I'm looking at last night's schedule.
It's pain. It's pain.
Okay, it's pain.
Otherwise known as TBD. Everyone
TBD.
Calls him that these days.
I was looking at the schedule so I knew which games were on the B stream and A stream.
Currently, we've got FaZe versus Vitality going on as well. Ooh, that's a spicy matchup. And whoever loses that plays the winner of this game.
The winner of this game, we're going to have to see a whole different level out of them to take on FaZe or Vitality. Even a diminished FaZe or Vitality, I think, could handle the level of Counter-Strike we're seeing from VP and Falcons right now. So VP doesn't go for the force up. They don't invest in this round. They're content with Flit's M4. They're prioritizing Jame having the AWP in the next round. Falcons taking this one slow and cautious. No engagements. They've taken control of long. VP's on the other side of the map, so
yeah,
Falcons...
the stack is the wrong way, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, Magi's playing the same spot again. Let's see how... Oh, he's pushing forward now. Awkward!
It's not comfortable whatsoever, so that's a little AK, and I think they'll be happy with that, VP, considering they had nothing. So Falcons will be on 9 rounds, sure, but VP want to focus up into the next round regardless. Split's going to make it a little uncomfortable. He's got that M4, so taking Madden out of this round... Surely Falcons don't let this one fall out of their hands. That is the fight that should confirm it.
Yeah, but that's a scout. There's a world in which that's just a body shot.
Yeah, it's true.
M4 salvaged by Norbert, but I think Flit is making a play, and in case he does something miraculous, they can go for it. At this stage, it's just save the AK, save the M4, don't even think about it.
And Electronic's trying to get something extra out of it with his exit position, so if they try and save long, he tries to do some damage and salvage a weapon that drops into the pit at the late stage.
They will, by the way. They know there was one catwalk. They don't have CT spawn handled in any way because of the smoke, so Electronic's going to get his chance.
I just think with the amount of players here, you won't be able to keep the weapon, but if you can drop one player, that's huge, and Sapias will go down. And traded by Dupree. 2 weapons saved over for Virtus.pro. So it's 9-7 scoreline. Falcons in the lead and starting to build it, but VP have plenty of cash, so finally that CT side will get a strong purchase, and that's definitely helped out by those 2 saved weapons.
Third and final timeout should just tell you how important this round is for Virtus.pro. There's a big difference in losing this round. You'll still be able to fight, you'll still have some money from some of these saved weapons, but winning this and they're still going blow for blow and they're still right there in striking distance. Losing this and all of a sudden you're in a recovery situation where you're 3 rounds back with a weaker buy and have to fight back into the series or fight back into the map. One final conversation about how this defense wants to be positioned. And we get started in round 17. Back-to-back rounds on the T side for Falcons.
Sapias going for a boost. On top his teammate's head, he can get information on the crossing of the play, so he won't be able to even take a shot against them. And Jame, he's going for the risky play into the lower tunnel. He's very fortunate to get away. He'll get back behind those doors to safety. It was worth the risk. Especially now he gets away with his life. Fame was like, hey, I was gonna do that. A lurk smoke make things a little worrying for VP. They'll have eyes on it. Mid flash coming in, setting up Dupree to have a little peek.
Yeah, Molly behind it and a re-smoke as well, so they negate Falcons lurk smoke. And now Dupree leads the way in middle.
CT cross smoke is being deployed. Flit will play in behind that. There's 2 CTs currently inside of the B site. Now the bomb is currently making its way up short. Those kills starting to come in now. Falcons takes Fame out of the contention of the B bomb site defense. Flit taking a risk, charging through that CT smoke, but Dupree is handling business like a pro. That B site is empty of defenders. The last player left for VP is Jame, and he's over towards long.
Yeah, Dupree gets 2 very nice kills inside the B bomb site to help clear things out. Up towards window. Snappy was able to grab that one earlier, trading Snappy's death off, and a convincing round for Falcons. Walking out middle and splitting that B bomb site. And they're doing all that while there's catwalk pressure going on as well, so VP was never able to shift anyone over before the hit began. And that's rough for Virtus.pro. This AWP is important. Falcons can risk a couple players on the hunt. It'd be really, really worth, and they've already got a player in cave, so I don't think Jame actually saves this AWP. He's got the first kill. Oh, can't hit the second one. Tough to adjust.
And you called the start of this round, you said you can tell how important this round is for VP because they've called their 3rd and final timeout. They don't really do much with it. And now they're gone on money. They're back down to the 2.5K, 3K average. This is Team Falcons starting to see the finish line. And for Virtus.pro, it's the finish line they don't want to see.
No, it's rock bottom. So it'd be their 5th series loss in a row.
Ugh.
Eliminated very early from IEM Cologne. Not even close to playoffs.
Not even close at all. If they started in stage 1, you would imagine they wouldn't even make it out of that. It's been so rough for them. Double nade onto Fame. It just keeps getting worse for him. Shot from Senpai straight through the chest of Norbert. Flit will do what he can to try and delay the inevitable attack into the A site. The Falcons are 5 players up, will make no mistake. They are 11 rounds on the board. Snappy just flying through the sky. Earns his Angel's wings. Flit down and out. And Snappy attacking towards James, as you called him earlier, Jason. A Mac 10 specialist.
Yeah, he's playing pro skater here in Counter-Strike. He's doing ollies off catwalk.
Yeah.
11-7.
Well, last round probably, in terms of having a good buy here for VP, they'll put everything together. It's an all for James. They'll have the rifles out, but we haven't seen too much to get excited about for CT side of Virtus.pro.
No, I mean, look, I hope we see some life out of Virtus.pro at the end of this half to make this contentious and maybe take this to overtime. Just because I'd be so disappointed if this is the level that VP brought into the 3rd and deciding map. If, like, after watching that T side and how...
Okay, Dupree. And he's going to go on it. He's going to charge. They run right in as they look to break them, but Fame builds his team back into it with the triple kill. That is huge. He stops that Falcons onslaught of players charging in towards him, and Snappy, even with his Mac 10 specialist award, he's unable to get that kill through CT spawn. So instant great kill from Dupree. You thought that might end it, but Fame steps up.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can really fault them for trying to press the issue after that kind of a kill from Dupree. But I bet they wish they could have it back at the same time.
Yeah, they're like, okay, maybe we could have relaxed a little.
Like, maybe Dupree tests it. Maybe Dupree goes through his own swing, but everyone coming through. And I mean, you got to say, a little bit of luck for Fame. Finding 2 kills, they line up.
They got, like, stuck looking at the wall as well. Yeah, that's frustrating for Madden.
That's also a gift to Virtus.pro. For a defense that struggled in these gun rounds, struggled to get things figured out. That's a huge gift to have. Madden gonna leap out long quick. Everyone's blind. He takes tons of damage and nade cleans them off. But Dupree responds through the smoke, and Long is in control of Falcons.
This is a chaotic start to round 20. Started with a wallbang damage onto Flit as he crossed over, and then the long fight going down 1-for-1 trade between Norbert and Madden.
They have to get catwalk control, Virtus.pro. They have to push forward with the cover of this AWP because they don't have Long. They cannot sit in the bomb site. Electronic will make sure that happens. But a lot of runway for Falcons at this A bomb site. One more smoke for the cross when they need it. And this will always end up at the A bomb site. 4 players out here for Falcons. They don't know anything about the flank. They don't know anything about mid or B or catwalk. There could be pushes behind them into double doors, and both teams realize it.
This is going to be a brutal bloodbath on the A bomb site. 50 seconds remaining in the round as Falcons continue to commit all of their forces here.
Break the smoke. Is there a timing for it?
Oh, here they go. Smoke about to be shattered open, but the flash connects. Fame can't make the most of it. Falcons had already crossed anyway towards the ramp. Things are heating up. Fire at the feet of Dupree. Senpai still waits at Long. He covers off his teammates. They push into Snappy. They push into Senpai. And Virtus.pro are collapsing before our very eyes. It will be 12 rounds for Falcons. Map point. Series point. And for Virtus.pro, that spells elimination point here at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. Flit will take a few steps back, but it's to his death as Senpai peeks from car to close it. This is starting to look so dire for VP.
Yeah, not starting. It is dire. They got to win 4 in a row to force overtime. And the only gun round they've won was that really fortunate triple spray down from Fame as Falcons came out of smoke. Other than that, Falcons T-side has been way more aggressive, way more assertive in terms of taking space, in terms of showing presence, in terms of making you move. And Virtus.pro can't handle it.
Senpai starts with a kill alongside. Flit is dead first. This is a Virtus.pro team that was put together to become a super team. A move to bring Electronic into the roster to start winning titles like Cologne.
Not going to give you that twice.
And now it looks like Virtus.pro, well, they're going to go out in this tournament. And this is so disappointing to see Virtus.pro playing Counter-Strike at this level. Too many styles, too many cooks in the kitchen perhaps, but they're not cooking anything nice. We'll be sending it back.
There's always a chance with James AWP. You mentioned it earlier, though. We haven't had to say his name a whole lot, but he's in a great position to have impact here. First kill. No follow-up peek from Falcons to trade that, so James gets it a little bit closer, but they've lost so much control. They've lost so much vision of different parts of the map. Falcons can challenge so many locations.
James coming back right into the eyes of Sampias. Yep, heads up. There's the kill from Sampias. He'll dive down into CT. 2 kills to collect, and Falcons will stay alive in Cologne and knock out Virtus.pro. Magisk, here's the steps. Fame will be sentenced to death. Electronic down at long, and it is Virtus.pro that will fall out of Cologne. The Falcons stay in the fight, and for Virtus.pro, it's a new all-time low.
Yeah, tough conversations for the Virtus.pro camp, but if you're Falcons, you got to be happy. They've had plenty of tough conversations themselves. They're going to play the loser of FaZe Vitality a little bit later on. And you could see the heartbreak. You could just